As a 7.
Okay.
Put that up.
7 for
This
Percy.
guy still has the magic from Saturday.
Asteros,
Not bad.
13 from Pythias.
16.
16.
I'll write it in the chat.
16 from Asteros, as you said? Okay.
Yeah.
Telmoon.
I'll write it.
19.
Okay. Fitz.
14.
Okay. Zen's not. Roland. Roland, I didn't see your link. I gotta add you to next combat. We'll add you in, but yeah, Roland, what you got?
Got a 25.
25. All right. And so right now, I'll just leave the slot in where Zen would be for Roland. Actually, know what I'll do? I'll just add Roland so I don't. Roland. What's his max HP? Uh-oh, lost you.
85.
Okay. Armor
Thank
class.
you, boy.
Armor class 18.
Okay. Speed 30.
Yep.
Okay. And okay. And we said Roland was what again?
Human
samurai. No. Human samurai. Okay, human samurai. And did he add? Okay, yeah, there he did. And what was your initiative?
25.
25. Okay. And then Apodexis?
21.
21. Apple, you're not looking so hot right now.
Nope.
Kind of glowing red on my and Taraxis. Somebody want to roll for Taraxis? Or do
Are you gonna roll for it?
Do we want to?
I rolled a base 14. I don't know what his modifier is right now because I don't have it open.
Like
but
initiative bonus is a +2, so
16.
Okay.
Oh, Malcolm, I forgot to ask. Because the previous game I was at 48 points. Do I stay there? Or did I have a chance to rest?
You had a long
last
rest. You had a long rest.
Okay.
So, and you were in slow, and I treated it as you were trying to get to everyone through the campgrounds. You probably were just far off, and so those rounds were ticking by. And by the time you got there, the only thing you were able to do was kind of leap through that tear in that portal in the painting that led to where everyone is right now in the Temple Obscure. So you're back. You're there. You got all your life. You're good.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Well, then I will go ahead and jump us back into. Oh, I need my notes. That might be important. Pull this up real quick. Sorry, everybody. The 3 of you that watch this at home, man, tough night so far. Back in the game, almost.
What is Akmon's minor benefit?
Is that your sword?
Is it? Don't worry about it. It's Taraxis' hammer.
Oh.
Dude, I am gonna shoot myself. I'm being very stupid right now. I just closed a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Nick, we just won't use it.
Yeah.
There's enough stuff on there.
He's got a maul.
He's got a maul. No, use the damn hammer. I'm just saying don't use the minor benefit.
I just closed out combat. I'm bringing it back up, but D&D Beyond should have saved it. Let's hope it saved it.
Yeah, if it was an encounter, it's fine.
Yeah, it should be good, but it's just time spent as we sit here.
I mean, technically they do the same damage like base, but the extra 3d10 fire from the god weapon is more useful. Also with the extra +3 to hit. Use the hammer. I want to hear nothing about a ball today.
The hammer of Perforos. Has he not been using the hammer?
No, Nick was over here like, oh, it's fine. We'll just use them all.
The hammer's
god weapon.
+3. Yeah, you gotta use that.
Yeah. It's fine.
That god weapon. Oh man.
technically his maul's magical too, so maybe we should hand that to someone else who needs a magical weapon. If they can use a heavy two-handed weapon.
Defenses, you also remind everyone that at the end there, Exekesis also mentioned trying to help get the people out, or get specifically Telmoon's people out of the painting, but also your people out of yours.
I missed that.
That was the way we ended. Is he was saying like your he saw your painting poking out of your pouch, and he was like, "That's one of my paintings."
Yeah.
Yep. And so
This
that's
is also Mal's way of telling us we have to protect him during this fight, which is great.
Oh, Exekias is with us?
Yes.
Yeah.
He did not
Yeah.
leave. And he's actually
shit.
hunter's marked because right now because Din Appledex is use your last spell slot to hunter's mark him so that he
Yes.
couldn't
Mhm.
run away. But then Nick passed out, or Proxinos passed out, and then did the
That last moment went so fast.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
Because
a
that
lot.
was
of stuff
that
happened.
was that's how I'm all a lot of spell slots. I got nothing.
Oh, great.
I think. Oh, I do have Daunting Roar. So
Okay.
Well, there
I
goes
mean-
one guy who can heal. We have two more characters that could possibly heal, but I'm assuming both of you are also very low on spell slots.
I'm.
I
I
guess
have
three.
some.
I can heal, and
It's
I'm
three,
pretty
yeah.
decent on spell slots.
I don't really count Nick very often because usually he's like, here's one health point.
I can keep you. I can bring you up.
And also, I'm asleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's up to me.
I have a little
Oh,
bit.
the Astros
Primarily.
is there too. Yeah. Sorry.
I have a little bit.
I mean, if
Oh,
they
that's
break
right.
through this wall, somebody needs to slap Proxinos. He can't be asleep if they break through this wall.
I can't remember when I used Shield of Faith, but I used Shield of Faith.
I think you did.
Yeah, you did.
Probably during the slow fight.
It was. I remember you pulled that out.
Oh, we have Shield of Faith. Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe
For-
I
for a-
should use that for once.
Well,
Just use
that's
that's
ways
why I
to do
used it. I'm like,
I just don't have I don't have enough spell slots to use on my concentration spells, so these things are getting stabbed. That's
Okay.
where we're at this point.
One more time. I apologize, but I'm back up. Asteros, what did you get? Initiative
Oh, 16.
16. No, Josh was 16. Proxinos was 7.
7.
Okay. Telmoon
19.
19. I remember Roland was 25. Fitz
13. Wait, no. 14.
14. Pythias
13.
13. Apodexis
And one.
21.
Yep.
Okay. And then I got to add Roland one more time. Jeez, I literally did all that and then X the whole thing out. 85 hit points and armor class of 18.
Yep.
Is there a link? I could just like add them that way.
Yeah, there is. It's just I don't want to. I'll do it after this fight, and then we'll add him to the campaign, and that way he'll be in it. It's because he's not in the campaign yet.
Yeah, I
That
know.
he's not showing
Well,
up.
that's Troy's fault. That's not your fault.
Right.
Don't worry about that, doggo. Troy knows to put himself in the campaign.
Yeah, you
You're
could.
better.
You have the link, so you can just add him.
It's a rookie move.
Well, I don't plan on keeping this character around.
All right.
He's not going to stay with the group. He just wanders around.
He's very frail too. No, not really.
Good. Meat shield. Throw him out.
I'm like, I've seen Dragon Ball Z, yo. Come on.
The
Look how Master
frail
Roshi works.
man that had a dragon ragdoll him.
So, no. Oh my goodness. Dude, I'm in rare form tonight. So as we begin tonight's tale, this enormous metal hall that you're in begins to shudder, and what looks like the roofing or the ceiling on it begins to collapse outward, folding, some strange form of machinations, opening to an open air environment, and the entire floor is moving, almost some type of elevator, the whole room itself, until it lifts out of that space, and you can see that kind of revealing a marvelous world of metals and alloys. To Taroxys, this is something that I think Perforos would marvel at. The sky is gray and smoggy, and there's a smell, there's embers and the smell of burnt metal in the air. But your focus right now is drawn to the magical bursts that are hitting the invisible shield that Proxinos has cast. These lights being sent your way, coming away from these rods that look like crossbows, but that fire a volley of bolts, magical bolts, leaving little flashes of glowing green streams with every shot. These skeletal anvil rods advance mindlessly, just and fearlessly, and Exekias yells over the cacophony of magical fire. He goes, "I know Phoenix, and if he wanted you outright dead, or even myself, he would have killed us in his presence. He's playing with you. He's more concerned with other matters. This is meant to be a distraction, but this is a deadly distraction. It is a deception of Phoenix, but don't be fooled. It is all quite dangerous. But as he leaves the area, his power will weaken. It's not whether we kill everything here, it's whether we survive long enough for it to weaken and hopefully fade, that's what he shares with you all. So at this time, all these shots are going off. I'll actually turn over to you, because right now none of these shots have been able to get through, as you guys are starting to realize that Proxinos has vacated this kind of protective shell as the creatures kind of move and change different positions, trying to understand what's going on here. I'll turn over to you to kind of maybe role play a little bit.
Yeah, if we start realizing that Telmoon will try to bring Taroxys and Pythias into a tighter formation to protect those that are down, as opposed to how spread out we are now. He can also cast Shield of Faith on himself.
Okay.
This
Telmoon cast
dome
Shield
is
of-
this dome is a useful distraction, but I could also bring up some cover for us if we want to rush them without being hit by these strange magical bolts.
Whatever you guys think, it sounds like it's a siege. I'm trying to hold out.
Whatever we're gonna do, we should do it quickly. And Appa will move closer to Proxinos to make stand over him, or at least in front of him.
Calculating, wondering, they seem to kind of continue to march in advance, confused as to why they're not hitting, or you guys could just whatever's there that just looks like empty. They can see that it's all their everything is bouncing off, and suddenly they stop firing. Their heads, the kind of green specked eyes rotating, focusing in. At this moment, just kind of where you all kind of just time, maybe a minute has gone by as it ticks, but they don't walk away. They kind of just almost, they don't power down, but they begin to just kind of take up positions, and then they start to like kind of march the room and scan.
My mirror image drops.
I think Hunter's Mark would drop, right? Let's see. Oh no, Hunter's Mark lasts for hours, right?
Yep. Shield of Faith is up for 9 more minutes.
One of them kind of walks over here and boom, like bounce, like this, because I imagine they can hit it, right? If they don't see anything there, and it kind of, and it just, it kind of, you guys see it looking in. It doesn't see you, but it is like you can see that something it's thinking. and then you hear them like, and then they kind of like are communicating, and then they all, and then their eyes all like flash up, and then they kind of quiet again and go back to kind of power down, and they're just standing there. All right, I got some rolls to make. What are you guys doing?
And Mel, Hunter's Mark lasts for 1 hour of concentration.
Okay, so you're still good. Yep.
Yeah.
It says sticking her tongue out.
Oh, Fitz is unconscious, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Okay.
She's okay. I thought you said she was unconscious before, but
No, I think she was talking about Proximus.
Proxinos, I think she was talking about.
Yeah.
So same again.
That's why Epidexis is standing over him, because he's asleep.
So, you guys are, I mean, I don't know what you guys are doing as you're kind of just talking to each other. Now, suddenly you hear this, like, in the distance, there's this, kind of, hear like these rocket boosters, and then something flies in and lands.
What the?
And then you just see these red lasers scanning back and forth over the space that you all are on, and then it marks the target here. Its shoulders open up, and all these little these missiles, and then they just start firing. All these, like a flurry of these volley of these missiles, and you guys see them coming down, and then all this fire rains around you, and as it fades away, you're still okay. Looks again, confused. Marks it again. Fires another volley of missiles as they begin to blast away. Stops. What are you guys doing? So far, so good.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I'm gonna sit down and try to rest as well. Tell me it's spent. He's not gonna put his sword away, but
All right. One of you can give me I want to put this all. I don't want this to be on me. I'm not going to make this decision. But I do want a D100 roll. And these things, you have a feeling that they're extremely calculating, and they're trying to. Oh, I'm muted. I'm muted.
No.
Oh,
Nikki has a.
Nikki has the.
Oh, look at you! So
One of
fancy.
those.
I love it.
I got this for Christmas.
It's beautiful. So yeah, you should roll it. There you have a it's just gonna be 50-50. Whether they are able to figure out what is going on and try to approach countermeasures before your hour is up. So we'll say 50 and up. Things should go positively. It won't easily go negative if you fail, but it means we might continue in this moment, this intense moment.
I can't tell what this is on.
Reading those things I hate.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
I definitely
nightmare.
roll those in D&D
Nightmare.
Beyond. I don't know. They're to be like, what? You need like glasses.
Can I
glasses.
roll this like on the table instead of in my tray? DM?
Oh, instead of in your tray? What's wrong with
It's
the
like
tray?
it's like in the
It's like a
corner, and I
ball.
can't tell. Yeah. It's
Okay, roll it
almost
on a
fully
flat
round.
surface. Roll it on a
I'm
flat
sorry. I'm like sweating so much right now. Okay. hold on.
I mean, worst case scenario is we just get hailed with missiles.
Yeah, it's
What
fine.
could go wrong?
Yeah.
That means
yeah,
It's a lot of
it's,
death
like this.
saves.
It's not like our entire life depends on your roll. You'll be
This is
fine.
an 85.
Okay, so the all right. Okay, I want another D100 roll, and this time, you have to roll. You have a 40% chance a failure on this one. This is something different though. You're 1 hour so far. You guys are marching towards that 1 hour mark. This is to see what the creatures are doing while you're sitting there.
It's 40%. I mean,
40, so 40%
low or high?
under is what you.
We went low.
Yeah, you want low.
Okay.
You want low on this one. 40% is 1 through 40 is the good for you. Yes.
So this is counting for some of us. Is counting as a long rest then?
No, it's just a short rest.
Short rest.
This is all just been like, it's like 50 minutes right now, like, right?
A 34.
Ooh.
Hey.
So the big bot takes off big boosters on his back and flies away. The rest of them start to go back and like almost like they begin to leave. There was like at least 10 of them out. And as they all kind of march away, walking down platforms into this like larger, more busy, almost like a factory city of some type, or an anvil rod city. One of them, as they're walking away, just stops. The one that hit and just walks back and just stands there and just doesn't leave and just kind of paces back and forth. And your hours complete, and right now he's turning. His back is turned.
Yeah. What? Okay, his back is turned. Okay.
But he's moving very quickly. So he's like, he's kind of Metal Gear Solid here. He's just kind of the one guy on guarding this area. I take it the shield drops. Does Praxinos stay asleep or?
Praxinos actually wakes up, and you can actually start to see as his eyes open up that the bubble itself beginning to drop for everyone outside, like seeing it uncover slowly.
Nice.
And we get a short rest.
Yeah, so short rest for everyone here.
Yay.
We know
One hit down.
Saraxes has died a roll. No. He's hurting.
So that other robot is looking at us still?
It's actually kind of on. It's down here, like it's marching back. It's kind of gone on a march. It doesn't see you. So your thing is just dropped. As it's just dropped, he's gone behind one of the giant crates, metal crates, and has not come back around. So does not see you, but you probably have all but maybe 12 seconds before it comes back.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's
I'm
either
just kind of prepare an attack. So if it sees us,
set up an ambush.
you guys
like
want to
around
try
or
to.
something?
Does somebody want to try to stealth and kill it, or wait for it to see you again and kill it, or
we have to see it,
it's
right?
stealth.
Like we don't know what's over there.
you don't? It's so if you're looking at, I know it's hard to see. I just kind of it's behind this green crate. It's in between. It's like right there, and its back is turned.
Oh yeah, I'm just preparing a ranged attack for when I see it again.
Kind of like getting back up.
So it is marching away. It is.
I'm gonna get up to where I'm like somewhere at a corner that I can hide behind and try to be ready to hit it as it turns a corner.
Okay. Telmoon's preparing a.
Well, yeah, if that's the case, I'm not going to shoot it right away. I'm going to shoot it when it's going to see all of us before it turns the corner.
Yeah, so Proxinos would actually have to move up to here to intersect it. So I need a stealth check from Pythias.
Yeah. Okay. 23.
All right. All right, I'm gonna roll these live because it's D&D Beyond being stupid. So 23. All right. So as it steps out, Pythias, you clearly have the jump on the the metal skeleton, the anvil rot. Go ahead and give me your surprise attack. Because you were able to surprise it, I will take it as everyone can kind of take advantage of this surprise. But let's hope that Python.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if you said you were going to do something. If you were kind of lollygagging, you might have like, you might be trying to play catch up. But anyone who was like real, like Telmoon was actively looking, ready for something to happen, you got the surprise, you got the drop on this.
Yeah. So it was a 25 to hit.
It's gonna hit.
Okay. Give you that damage. Okay. That's 13.
13. It takes it. What are you doing to it as you just slashing with the sword?
So again, like it's hard to see where it's coming, but I was like
I know,
flattened against the corner, and
like,
as I hear the clanking come around, I just wait and sweep down to try and to actually catch it by the neck and push it into view of the others as I'm hitting it.
Okay, and so as you hit it and kind of like push off, it staggers forward a bit on the metal. It loses one of its hands that was trying to hold the rod. It's trying to get it up and can't bring it to bear, but realize it has lost the trigger finger.
Someone flicks a firebolt at it. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
That'd be 16 fire damage.
Fire hits it, rolls over it, seeming to immediately kind of begin to roll off, but does do some damage. It looks a bit scorched, and it is now can't use its weapon anymore. Anyone else?
Can Apo run over to the arm and take the weapon?
Yes, as you try to pry, you have to try to pry it out of its hands. So, strength to strength.
Cool. That is going to be 18.
Just get it. So you're able to snatch it away. As you snatch it away, it has enough, as it's kind of staggering and it's kind of flickering parts where it's lost part of the arm. It just goes like an alarm. Closes its mouth. Tries to do it again. What do you do? That's all it spends its action doing.
So we would have seen them pulling triggers.
You would assume, yeah. Because the way I described them, I imagine that you all think they work a lot like crossbows or, or
so
guns that have magical, almost like for you, they're probably like magic missiles, right? Just flying out of these things left and right. But
so then Apple will try and stick that thing in its mouth and full in the face.
Apple, give me a just a straight intelligence check.
8.
Dude. So you will have disadvantage as you fumble with it. You can still try it, but you get disadvantage.
Cool, that's fine. So first one is so it's going to be 12.
That will miss. So it like hit, of course you're that close, it just hits it, but it kind of moves out of the way where it would have been a complete headshot right through the jaw, but it slams like into the chest area, and that heavy metal, almost protective rib cage keeps it from. It's a glancing wound. Actually, give me the because you missed. So it's still alive. Anyone else doing anything else here? Because you guys have the drop on it, I'm allowing anyone else to react because it's already kind of done something. But
yeah, because that'll count as both the attacks, right?
Yeah. You get 2 attacks. I'm gonna say because you didn't overcome you're still trying to figure the weapon out. So that's taking your normal amount of attacks since you're committed to that weapon. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And I'm not just standing there. I'm going to take a second attack and try to go for like the knee joint to try and stagger it.
Okay.
And that's, what do I have plus to attack? 26.
26. That will
do
hit,
that.
of course. Yeah,
and it's
that damage.
13 damage again.
How do you kill this thing?
Okay, yeah. So I had just been trying to kind of disable it. but I hit it at the knee, see that it goes down, and then stab through the neck, like inward towards where all the stuff that was protected. That's probably
Nice.
important. But
Okay. As you kill it, it kind of yelled out. All that happened in like 6-10 seconds, maybe. Whether anyone heard, whether the others are mobilizing, you don't know. As you look around, so basically, the way I want you to think about what you see here is this thing is dead. And think about this entire. Actually, I might give you a better view. Because they all left this huge platform you have going here, right? This whole large space. I think it's risen up, and that's why there's that background behind you, all that expansive world. So unless you investigate more, there seems to be nothing up here. It seems to be dead right now. There are rails on each edge because the whole room raised up to the top. Now it's like you're on the roof of a giant building. So far, you guys have changed the game right now. So, what are you doing? How do you capitalize on this?
Proxynos still, trying to get his bearings from just everything from waking up to seeing Pythias and Apo go, like destroying this thin metal ammo rot. Hearing these sirens blaze out, he says, "We need to conceal ourselves." And he casts Pass Without Trace on all of us.
One of those big machines is coming around. Cast Without Trace is going up, and it's flying, hovering over. Stealth checks.
+10 to all the rolls.
So one of these bad boys is just.
Oh.
well, that was a natural 1, but
shit.
with Pass Without Trace, it's a 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does a
Here, I
natural
thought
one still make it a natural 1 though? Because I also got a natural 1.
Yeah. Holy
Kinda does.
guys.
We're fighting.
Yeah. That's,
Are there 2 nat
16.
ones at this point?
Yeah,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
We would every one of the rest of us would have to pass.
He didn't even
roll.
He didn't even roll that high, but
I got a 25.
16.
So
28 and 30.
okay. Where would you say, if there's anywhere that you could see that you would hide yourself? Those of you that rolled 15 or up, is there anywhere you would kind of like go to or hide behind any of the cratings or anything like that? We're gonna say that Taraxis is hidden. Found a spot.
Wherever Proxenius goes, we have to go.
So Pythias is over here. No, so here's
Yeah, we
Apo.
only get the stealth benefit if we stay with Proxynos. So
Oh right. So
Yeah.
Proxy, where you headed?
I
Just
would be
look up.
heading. I'll be heading down where those like shipping containers are.
in
So
between the
kind-
green ones.
Yeah, in between the green ones where Taraxis was.
Yeah.
So everybody kind of goes over here. I'm gonna replace these with white since they are. So who rolled the ones?
Here.
Me.
So Pythias and
Yeah. I'm gonna say as I was pulling the sword out of this thing, there was like some metal sparks that spat out, and I yelled out as they burned my skin.
I'm gonna say that Fitz thinks she's hiding, but really it's like she just covered her eyes. And it's like I can't see them, so they can't see me.
so it comes down and lands, rumbling the ground. The rest of the group is hidden on one side. You see a red scan like scanning the area. And as Fitz uncovers her eyes, she can tell the area is being marked. So from the top, now we're in combat. Apple, what do you do?
Oh.
So I'll remove this. So you're like, right, you're somewhere within this group, anywhere you want to be. Close enough to rush it, close enough to shoot at it, or to back away and shoot it, whatever you want to do. But it doesn't see you.
Doesn't see me. Okay.
Or you can try something else. Yeah, it just means you're, yeah.
Is it to the? Are there angles that Apple could probably jump on it?
Absolutely.
Like
I think trying to it has these its legs kind of joint in a way where they kind of arch back, similar to the way a Leonin would. So there's an area on the back where you kind of jump right on the back of that knee.
Okay.
If you're trying to go higher, you'd probably have to climb the crate first and then leap from there. Which I can see Apple do. It would just be a more difficult acrobatics check versus I'll give you an athletics check for the low limb.
Cool. Yeah, no, he's gonna want to see if he can go all the way up to the top of the head and then just.
All right. You want to give me acrobatics check?
Yes. There goes my book. All right. Bye. 18.
Okay. So yeah, you successfully leap. So you're like you end up leaping onto the mid back. So you're not quite at the head yet. You spent some difficult training, 10, 20, 30 to get 30, 10 foot of leaping. So you're like 5 foot of leaping. So unless you're dashing, you're just latched on to the back. So you can strike from where you're at.
Okay.
But that's up to you.
Yeah, he'll try that, and then it's going to be at disadvantage. So that comes out to 16.
I will not hit.
Damn.
So it's like you're just like ding,
Yeah.
ding. It's like the hardest metal you've ever. Can you give me a D20 roll?
Oof. 13.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, just don't hit it. But you're just trying to find an angle where your blade either slashes or just you start looking for corners because you notice that there's like little segments that are slightly open where gears and things seem to be going on underneath. Telmoon, you're up.
All right.
And he'll whisper to Telmoon, "It's the hardest metal I've ever hit."
It's not gonna stop Telmoon from trying to stab it. He's gonna run up. He's gonna run up on it. I don't know how much movement that cost me. Probably not that much.
Not much, like 15.
Okay. And then he is going to attempt to. No, he's just gonna stab it twice. Does a 25? No, does a 21 hit?
It does. I feel like it just hit. You're like,
21 just hit?
Yeah.
Okay. 21 and 23. Those. Yep, it's pretty hard, guys. That would be 12 plus 8, so 20 piercing damage. And then he would back up off of it again.
All right. He backs away as he shuffles on his hooves. The thing doesn't respond, doesn't do anything else, just sitting there, like kind of focusing in. Huge spotlights, the shoulders lifting up as the missiles are beginning to show themselves. As we move to Asteros.
My keyboard is not responding.
Really low. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You're back. Well,
Better?
okay, yeah, it's better.
Okay. Yeah, my thing was being weird. So I will. First of all,
Is it just me? Or is he going like in and out?
yeah,
Yes.
with the sounds
Yeah.
going in and out too, so something's going on. Here,
Oh,
hold on a
weird.
second. Yeah, so it isn't. Yeah.
This is our one caster with all his spells, so please save us,
Yes,
sir.
this is
You're welcome.
the guy we need.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'll talk loud, hopefully.
Yeah,
So
that
first of
helps.
all, Yeah, so I will. Asteros grabs his. Well, first of all, he started turning. I do in the starry form as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So the stars start to glitter, his eyes glows, and then I will, just for now, I'll just try regular produce flame and go for one of the joints. Just see what happens.
Okay.
All right, attack. 18? No.
18 will not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think
The
so.
flame just kind of flourishes, it flashes across the metal,
Yeah,
does
doesn't.
nothing.
All right. Well, he's in starry form. Okay, that's all I can do.
This
Right
is in starry form. All right. Again,
Which one?
Creature. We are on Taroxys.
Oh, I meant for Eric. Which one?
Oh yeah, for Eric, which starry form? Eric, did you hear that? He was asking me.
now. Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh, which one? Yes, the Sorry, I was just looking at it. Archer.
It's a very good one.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I think when Nick, am I mistaken? When you go into that one, you can do the guiding bolt immediately.
I believe so when you activate it.
Yeah, that's what Max does every time.
But look, I didn't
Yep.
even plan it, but it looks like it actually looks like Apodexis is standing on its head.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just that badass.
He's on a
Yeah,
platform behind
we're
it.
pretty sure you can throw it, Eric.
Yeah.
Shoot this bit.
All right,
Shoot
do it.
this
Yeah,
dude.
do it, Eric.
Yeah, it wasn't subsequent turns. Okay, well that's fine then. All right, I'll try.
We
Okay.
need it.
I thought, yeah, sure. Ah, there we go. So 24.
That hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 12 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Ooh, takes all that radiant damage, slams
Boom.
to it. Kind of shudders for a second. Doesn't flinch much, but 12. It takes it. Takes all that 12.
Okay.
And it's your turn. Right now, you
Yeah.
only have one combatant, so it's immediately next from Asteros. It is Taroxys.
Yeah. You want to do this, Nick, or you want me to do it?
Oh,
I have
can
the
I also
sheet
have
pulled
a
up.
can I have an
If-
insight check from Asteros before we move to Taroxys?
Only
It does.
recommendation.
It doesn't matter to me. I have his stat pulled or sheet pulled up if you want.
Yeah. Oh no. Go ahead, handle him. I was like, my only recommendation is don't forget about the spells from the hammer. The only thing he's used today is animate objects.
Okay.
That's 17.
Okay. You're getting the feeling, Asteros, that you guys did a great thing by distracting. Proxenos' hour bought you time and caused the creatures or the Anvilrots to kind of go back to whatever they were doing before that high alert. And it seems like in that hour, part of Phoenix's magic or weave or whatever it is that this deception is slowly failing, and because of that's why they're not coming back in mass form. But right now, this thing is still holding strong. This is the part of the deception.
Okay. I'll relate it when I'm able.
Yeah, that can easily be called out. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
I'm just giving you, and the reason I'm doing this because Asteros, you've been having these strange dreams and connections to the god of secrets, Krufix.
Right.
His name is constantly in your mind.
Constantly.
All right, we move
Okay.
so we move to Taroxys. I'm sorry.
Okay. And Taroxys still having one last use of Giant's Might as need to be big for big thing
So
for,
he's get-
for big Amlarot.
Yep. So I made this
He
little
bulks up.
little token right here. So when he bulks up, he actually goes to large size. So there you go. Boom.
Oh, that's cool.
So I don't have to keep estimating how big his
And,
base is supposed to be.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, well, just going to do the thing, and he's going to swing twice with the hammer.
All right.
And And yeah, that's both of them are 27 to hit.
Ooh, nice. All right.
And that's going to be 17 physical
Okay.
and 19 fire.
Okay.
And then the second hit is 12 physical. And 10 fire.
So with the hammer of Perforos, the thing that builds metals, Taroxys lays, boom, slamming into the back of the leg. It almost buckles the knee joint. The thing staggers forward, and then he hits it again, and it bends back the other way. It almost drops to a knee, but it's able to hold itself up, careening on its weight. Staggering back, smashing into one of these crates, and sends them flying or sliding over. And a bunch of smoke gets kicked up. It's barely standing on its own, but it kind of turns to look at the damage being done by Taroxys. A lot of damage there, and you can see the leg is sparking.
Is it still targeting that area where Fitz and Pythias are?
It is.
Okay. So yeah, just steam coming off of him as that's the end of his turn.
It is Fitz and then Pythias.
Did we say that Misty Step can have a passenger?
No.
Or no,
it
it's
can't.
just myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
I'm
worry about
not
the
gonna
human, he's
leave
fine.
you, Pythias.
Well,
I'm
Pythias is
going
right
to-
after
okay.
you, so
Still, I'm not gonna leave you, Pythias.
You should leave. Really.
No, Pythias. I will cast Dissonant Whispers
okay.
on this thing. And it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
It will. It will fail.
Okay, then it will take 8 points of psychic damage, and it will immediately use its reaction to move as far as it can away from me.
Okay. I'll treat this thing like a spell. I imagine it will use its wait, say again. Use its action to move as far away from you.
It has to use its
Its reaction.
reaction
Its reaction to move as far away.
to move as far away from me.
So it will. It kind of like jettisons come out of its feet, kick up, and it slides back here towards the, probably even a little farther. But the targeting.
Yeah, that's right. You better be afraid. And I'm gonna like scoot 35 feet out of that.
And Taroxys, you're just hanging on for dear life on that back. As it smashes in there, and then the marking
Can
does
use
stay.
my-
And what were you do?
I'm gonna use my movement to scoot
Okay.
35 feet
Okay.
towards. I think there were some items towards like your wrist area back.
Back this way.
Yeah, weren't there some containers there?
There's containers over here. You're in a bunch of containers here, Mark. There's like a strange, weird gun-like thing or crossbow-like thing here, and then there's others, over here. Or if I turn, there's more over there, or there's running towards your friends, or there's the containers over here. On that.
I'm gonna spread out, and I'm
Okay.
gonna move towards. I can only move 35 feet. So,
That's about
barely.
35 feet right there.
Perfect.
All right. All right.
Ha!
Pythias.
The end.
Okay. I am going to take my movement towards this thing, which is not going to get me in range, I don't think, of 30 feet, however far that is.
Yep.
Will get me out of that targeting area, which is nice. And let us see. Yeah. So I'm going to take a second and be like, I don't know what you are, what your mission is, but you will be destroyed today. And use a bonus action for the Channel Divinity, Oath of Vengeance, which will give me an advantage on attacks.
Okay.
And I will toss 2 javelins at it.
Nice.
Vow of Enmity, I love it.
Okay, so that's a 19, which is the miss. Right?
That's a miss.
Yeah. Second one. Okay. 25.
That will hit.
Okay. 4 and okay. Now, rules lawyers, remind me. I have the fighting style dueling, but is that only melee attacks?
Rules as
doesn't say.
intended, but there's nothing that stops it from being.
Yeah, it doesn't specifically say. It just says a one-handed weapon.
I mean, there is now since there's a throwing fighting style.
Yeah.
So they changed
Okay.
the words of it.
If they make a new fighting style, I figure it has to only be for dueling.
I mean, you could have both if you're high enough fighter.
Good. Dueling is what, one hand melee?
It's
Versus
Dueling is
one-handed
if
weapon?
you have a one-handed weapon and a shield in
It-
your other hand.
Is if you're only using one weapon in one hand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't
it
know how
doesn't
we're going
Seems
to rule
to
that.
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's either a 10
like,
or an 8. Take your pick.
Yeah. What do
Malcolm.
you think, Mal? Rules
Sorry.
as written or rules as intended? How do you feel?
Say it one more time.
Rules as
Right.
written or rules as
No,
intended?
what is
How
it?
do you
What is it
feel?
Yeah,
that
Malcolm, Pythias has the dueling fighting style, so he gets to add 2 to damage rolls if he's using a one-handed weapon and no other weapon in the other hand. But is that only for melee, or does that work with a javelin?
Yes. So rules as written, it doesn't say anything about melee.
Right.
Rules as intended, it definitely means
it's
melee.
intended for melee. I'll give it to you in this situation.
Yeah. Oh, so it's 10.
10 damage. All right.
Yeah.
Takes it. So you end up like tossing with this like incredible form. Pythias, graceful as you're tossed, and that javelin jams right in the lower abdomen area, in an area of strange, what you would call machinations or wirings that it jams in and begin to spark, with arcanic like flourishes of light, blue light. And it just jams there, and the thing kind of grumbles in a very broken way. Power comes back on, floodlights come on, and Proxinos is up. If I'm not mistaken, if there's something else you got,
That's all I've got.
all right, to Proxinos.
Okay. Seeing how this thing is taking a lot of like fire from a lot of different angles, and Apple's on top of it. Proxinos is going to use his bonus action and casting Shillelagh on his weapon.
Okay.
And he's moving over to the right foot of this thing.
Okay.
And he's going to take a slice.
All right. The shillelagh with the wooden sword glowing with magical power.
It has been a while since I've struck. And there's probably a reason for that.
You must do it as a horse with the shield in your teeth. You know that.
Yes.
Just
So 9 just
so it just ring and it just bounces it back. You feel like the force in your hand as it doesn't connect. You realize in your mind not that it can't, but it's going to take a hell of a lot more concentration and force to do.
And I don't know how far my movement can like get me, like I can move away from this thing.
Like 10 feet back.
Yeah.
All right. It immediately just responds like on cue with all these missiles and guns go off on that area, striking it. Boom, but no one's there. So as the blast goes off, lights up that area, hits a bunch of metal, destroy shrapnel, everything flying in all different directions. The creature will move towards Proxinos and try to stomp with one of its for 23.
Yeah, they'll hit.
Surprise, only 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then it swings it closes its fist and then steps back and then swings down, trying to smash the fist into the ground as hard as possible. Actually, I need from the stomp. You know, of course, all that damage is really you leaping out of the way, trying to, and shrapnel and stuff hitting you as you do. Otherwise, you would have been dead when it came down. Can I have a dex save or a strength saving throw? I'm sorry, from Proxinos.
Yeah. That's a 9.
So Proxinos is knocked prone. So when the fist is coming down, it's coming down at advantage for for 18.
Yeah, they'll hit.
And wow, how is that even possible? Just bad rolls. So you Proxinos, as you land on the ground, you see the fist coming and you just roll. And as you roll over for time, it slams into the ground, kicking up all of this rock and debris. You only take 5 more damage. Oh man. That leaves 1 and 1. Okay. And then it is done.
So Mal could, even if Apple is up there, could he still use Sentinel?
I don't see why he couldn't. So that would have.
Yeah, it's just an attack. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not stopping from moving.
Use Sentinel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, damn it. That was 19.
That misses.
Because the other one was 21.
Right.
And then
it's with disadvantage.
It marks this space.
That's not nice.
And then
that's
we
not
move
good.
to. Did Roland go?
I don't think so. He did. No.
No, he didn't. So it's the Titan. So now Roland is up. Yep. Sorry. Roland, it's your turn.
I don't even know what mini I am, but
Yeah,
whatever
sorry.
it
The
is.
miniature I have for you is this guy.
Cool, yellow base, gotcha.
Yep, yellow.
I'm just gonna run between his legs and use my bonus action for Fighting Spirit, which gives me advantage on all my attacks until the end of my turn and 5 temp HP. And I'm going to try and aim for the same leg that Teroxys did.
Yep, the one that's damaged. Yep.
Do better than that.
While this is all happening, you also start to hear all these like ships firing up, and in the distance, you can see a bunch of strange to you that look like they could be giant winged but anvil rot what's the name of that giant bird, like giant griffins, or not really griffins, but giant hawks, like the bird you fought on the top of the mountain, but all of them, their wings folding out as they hover up with magical like fire coming out of their back, and they all are like floating off in the distance, kind of like in the far away, kind of like being sent out somewhere. You know, they're just all of them in unison. These giant birds, giant metal birds.
Both hit. I'm assuming 23s.
Yep, that's it. Exekias has just been hiding behind stuff over here.
18 slashing.
All right. Takes it.
That's all I got.
All right. As Roland finishes his turn, we're back at the top. Round 2. Apodexis, you are up.
He's still only like halfway up.
Yeah, so you gotta use if you use the difficult kind of terrain climbing up. So yeah, you could try to keep if you climb to his head, then you would essentially be kind of dashing to get there. Otherwise, you can get almost to the head because you would use 10, 20, 30 just to stand on
Just
top.
to stand. Okay.
Yeah, actually, no, that would get you there because you'd be using all of it to get there. And then you can make your attack. So I'll allow that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
So
I was tripping.
I was like, damn, how big that is, I think. But
Yeah,
okay.
because you were at the middle of the back, so yeah, you should get there with your one move.
Okay, so let's do that, and then I guess I'll try this weapon one more time. Because okay, that is 22.
The hit.
Yes.
This time the hit goes out.
And I don't know what you want me to roll for the damage on this thing.
Just roll your regular damage. We'll see what you do. Is your weapons magical?
Mine isn't. I took that thing, the whatever he was shooting with.
Oh, so you're shooting with that thing. That means
that's why I was.
Got it. Then
That's why I was rolling with disadvantage.
You should be, and you still got 20. So you did hit. Yeah. So
yeah.
Oh, then that's why you're saying you don't know the damage. Yeah. So the damage should be 3d8 plus 6.
Okay. So 3d8, and then that's going to be 16 plus 8. That's 4. No.
So that blast hits it, blows out a bunch of sparks, and like almost the nape of the neck where you fire it, it goes. It staggers it. The targeting image drops, and it kind of wavers. It looks like it's punched or like it's dead on its feet. It's like it's swaying back and forth like a giant tower. Good move there.
Okay.
Apodexis.
So does he get? Yeah, because that would count as one attack still, right? So
You still get your second attack. Yep.
oh damn! All right, so
Still
he's just gonna go for
disadvantage.
it. Nope.
Boom! Another blast goes out as as you fire to the back. We then move to who's next? Tell Moon.
Yeah, Tomo's just gonna rest for that leg that everybody's been picking on and see if he could disable a gear or something in there and hopefully make this thing fall down. He's gonna swing twice with the rapier. First one's a 20.
It's gonna hit.
Okay, so then the second one's a 21. Both of them hit for 8 plus 8, 16 damage. And then he's just gonna keep running through to end up behind it.
Take some more damage. Thing is holding on, but taking some more damage, looking weaker. Running behind it, you said. As you slash through the leg, more sparks go out. 13, you said.
18 total.
18.
Or sorry, 16 total. 16 total.
Okay. The thing is, like, all of the lights, like circuits on it, are flashing red. And Telmoon, does that end your turn?
Yes, it does.
Asteros, you're up.
So Astero, how do I sound, by the way?
Good, better.
Okay, that's better. Okay. So Asteros in his archer form, as a bonus action, will just cast a. Let's see. Attack, just a regular attack first. Oh, nope, definitely not a hit. I'll cast a guiding bolt actually. He has an extra spell slot for that. Oh, 21.
That hits.
Yay! Okay. Here we go. Where's my other? I can't even find my other die. There it is. 17 points of radiant damage.
Asteros, how do you do
Exactly. Whoa, I didn't expect that. All right. Okay. That's why I was just Asteros in frustration after his story form did not work. He just reaches inside of him and just summons this ball and just puts forth his hand, and it comes forth this ball of holy energy, celestial energy is probably a better way to put it.
That celestial energy kind of slams into the middle of it.
Right.
And as it does, it blows outward as the pieces start flying off of this thing. Wherever there would be fire, wherever there would be flame, instead it just looks like gases of the Knicks, like just as this thing gets blown back.
Oh.
As it staggers, it's holding on, and its legs start like powering up. Instead of collapsing, it's like these jettisons go off, and instead it looks terribly wounded, but it just takes off and starts flying with Apple on it. It's just taking off into the sky, and it's going in the direction. It's trying to fly, but it's faltering. It looks like it's going to drop, and it's going in the direction of the other ships that are taking off. So it flies. At this point, it jettisons really quickly, like almost like 60 feet. So at this point, it is flying, but it is beyond the platform, and Appledex is on the top.
I am a bronze astronaut now.
Wow.
Wait, I'm the hood ornament.
Yeah, pretty much. You're just riding. Apple, you're like, your jowls are just like this. All of your fangs are experiencing this. But it's like cutting. The jettisons are cutting on and off, as it's beginning to lose altitude. You see like a huge plume of purple smoke streaming from it.
Rock 2.0.
So at this point, forget orders, roleplay mode. What do you all do?
We're chasing after the damn thing that stole our friend.
Yes.
Didn't expect that.
So as you guys are all running over, these ships that are kind of starting to boom, like flying over. They remind you of the ships that should be in the water somewhere in THEROS. Can I have insight check from Asteros?
17. Again.
So this time, I'm gonna imagine you're all like way over on the other side. So when you guys are kind of standing over this cliff that leads off into just this 1,000-foot drop into this Amberrod world. but you can see that the structure of the giant Avarot, this Titan-like creature, is diving, and there is a tear in the reality, and the entire sky lights up. And Asteros, you can see a hooded figure with multiple arms kind of reach down and is guiding the Titan towards, like a hand guiding it towards the like a rip, another sever in the reality.
Do I recognize this figure?
It can be only Krufix. It is just the embodiment of the Nyx, but it is a living silhouette with multiple arms. And you see the tear that he is trying to guide Apple through, and you realize that Apple's actually the one he's actually not on the collision course. He's the one kind of being guided. The rest of you know that is the way out. There are a couple of catwalks that lead out over the tear, but if you're right, everyone would have to leap and hope they don't miss it.
Incredible.
Or unless there's another way out.
That's
Leap of faith, y'all.
Can you tell us that?
Yes. Sorry. Yes, I do.
Yep, Tomu's gone.
Yeah, let's do it.
Immediately, he just takes off. He's just he's fallen.
Make
He's
haste.
over there.
Make haste.
Yeah, Proxenos is going to look at some of our members that are very, very heavy, like Taroxys and stuff like that. I know a way to get a few of us over there very quickly.
Oh,
And Proxenos, you see this spectral magic gray going around him, and you see that he changes into something else. A large wingspan comes out as similar looking to the giant bird that we saw back on the island, but it's not. As he casts polymorph on himself, transforming into a giant owl.
Nice. So Proxitos turns into this owl, and this giant owl is. Let's say, what is the size of a giant owl? Imagine for everyone. I'm gonna say right now,
Large.
everyone thinks like they can. What'd you say?
It's large, isn't
It's
it?
large. Yeah,
Yeah.
so large. There's what, 6 of you, and Taroxys probably has
Yeah.
to shrink down. I wonder what the carry. I'm trying to adjust the carrying capacity. I want to just say everybody can leap on, but I'm gonna say you guys can make it work if that's what you guys are gonna do.
It's still 6 people, even after Renee or even after Apo and Telmun are gone. What a
And
huge party.
Oh right, how many are there? So well, there's also Exekias who's doesn't want to
Yeah.
be
Holy
left.
hell!
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
a whole
thing.
Taroxys is large now.
See him running
I
over.
can turn into a radiant. I can
Yeah,
radiant
because
soul.
this
and
would
fly.
be huge. So it's not this big, but he's big enough to fit most of you probably on that back. So the wingspan's probably not as big, but
If needed, then radiant soul. I can fly too.
Ooh.
how far away is it? Because I have it's not that far. I've misty step for 30 feet.
you could misty step for
same.
30 feet and just fall over it.
I don't
could
pass
also-
out, and I'm gonna do it.
How far is it again? Do we need
What's
to
that?
Well, no, go ahead. Sorry.
It's about 30 feet off the cliff, but it's actually about 100 feet dive at that 30-foot angle. So like Fitz would be falling 100 feet before she went through the portal, hoping it doesn't shift or that she doesn't miscalculate anything.
So
I'm
just
gonna
ninja roll
run
like
and
Sonic.
jump and swan dive into it and misty step over it.
Ooh,
That is so metal.
that is.
Come on, you guys!
So I'll say then everyone else climbs on the owl.
And the two
And
satyrs are
everyone
just
else?
falling.
Pretty much.
Because I think we have Taroxy's on the owl. Fitz is going for it, right? That leaves Fitz is jumping out there. Appledexis is on the machine. That
I'm gonna hood
leaves.
ornament.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna allow everyone to climb on the owl. The problem is every extra person past 4 adds a difficulty challenge for Proxinos.
Well, let
Can I-
me help him out. As I see people climbing on, I'm like, this doesn't look good, but I'll help you. And I'm going to cast Gust of Wind and try and help the owl take off.
Nice. Okay,
Before I swan
get-
dive, can I inspire the owl?
you can.
It's probably already an owl, and I'm gonna touch its weird, strange owl leg, and I'm gonna be like, I believe in you. You can do it. And then that's when I run and I swan dive. Follow me.
Fitz, can I get because this is really based on your Missy step, can I get an Arcana check?
Sure.
She believes
At
you can
advantage.
fly, Nick.
I believe. Arcana?
Advantage.
Advantage. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's really lucky. I rolled 2 3s
Oh
and I have a plus
no.
0. I'm putting that in timeout. I'm putting that die in timeout.
So she goes and runs in this amazing, inspiring, kind of moment as you see like Fitz kind of misty step out. She disappears in one place. She appears in another. She begins to fall over. Proxinos, as an owl, you can see the way the vortex kind of shifts, constantly moves. Suddenly you realize Fitz is not going to make it.
Does she end up far enough down to where Telmoon also sees her? Because Telmoon jumped immediately.
You jump too?
Telmoon jumped as soon as Asteros.
So let me
told us
get
to-
your. So you just jumped. Yours was
Yeah,
just.
he was just yep.
So you were already first. So let me get your. Let me get your acrobatics check.
Dear Nylea, please don't let me die. It would be really great if I didn't die. Please, oh please, oh please, oh please.
Good grief.
Oh yeah, that's
Pressure.
23.
23. All right.
My boy does tuck. 3 rolls.
So you're falling, Telmoon, and you're like right at the center of it. And as you kind of curl, tuck, and look around, you see that Fitz is about to miss the side of it with a reaction or a hand outstretched. Do you want to try to aid her? You would make a athletics check to catch her. If you fail, she will pull you off direction of the portal.
Hey, wait, Fitz sees me doing this and can give you an inspiration. My athletics is only a +2.
Yeah, because it's like you gotta reach out, you gotta grab her. It's just a strength-based thing where you gotta be able to hold
Magic
her.
die.
She's gonna whip by you.
Fucking cocked.
What
Roll
if I
the other
see
way.
him and I'm like, hey,
You want to cast?
midair, and I finger
You
guns?
can throw him your inspiration if you'd like.
Hey, I have inspiration.
16 on the
from-
die +2, 18.
Okay. You guys, she's immediately matches kind of like this moment matches your fall. Both your hair kind of billowing. The satyr grabs her and he kind of tucks her in, and you both see that. You see them both hit the portal and vanish into the kind of starry Nyx. After that, the Titan slams into it. Boom! There's a huge kind of explosion as you can see the silhouette of
Jeez.
Now the world is starting to shake. Exegeus is like, we must do something. The vision, it's coming apart, and everything seems to be fracturing around you in a very negative way.
The owl.
Can I have a Constitution save from everyone?
Everyone. Okay.
Can we say that if people were standing 10 feet from me at a +3?
Okay, I'll give that to you.
I think everyone was
Okay.
right next to
Okay.
each other because we're loading up the owl.
I mean, in those
right?
situations, you would literally just like move in and huddle. So yeah, I'll give you guys the +3.
11.
29.
Dirty 20.
Amazing to everyone but
17.
yourself, Colin.
Anybody under? Anybody? So far, I'm hearing high rolls. Anything under a 12,
Like this.
11.
11. Oh my goodness. So, Pythias, you feel yourself being fractured as well. You will take.
Yeah, if it's damage, just bring it on.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
okay.
So 16 damage as you. It's kind of like bludgeoning damage, but you feel yourself being, instead of like hit, you feel yourself being kind of pulled apart. But you feel like every second that you stay here, that's going to continue.
Just like trying to like lift off the ground as it's, you know, like there's a lot of people on this owl as it
And Pythias is standing there with like shooting wind out, trying to help the owl get up.
So the owl instead will have advantage on its check to make it as it dives down. Now, as you get it off the ground, Pythias, then you leap on, I imagine,
Oh.
right? No.
I'm gonna wait until they're clear and then
Oh wow. Okay.
Leap on your own. Look at
One of
you.
those- one of those moments.
bring on that athletics. It's something I'm actually good at.
All right, I like it.
Those
Exegeus
acrobatics
is like,
for me.
you can come get your, and then he is the owl dives. He's like, ah! Everyone that kind of feels the because gravity as the wings fly out, and this giant owl dives. Acrobatics check at advantage.
okay. That's a 21.
Nice. So you just he just like the eye of it just right through, and a bunch of like feathers, giant feathers go like as he just disappears inside of it, almost like a bird that hit a wall, but instead there's no, it just kind of boom, gone. So but to you it looks like they made it through.
Mhm.
Pythias, it's just you. At that moment, Pythias, can I imagine like all the world you see around you, all those ships taking off, this lone Triton standing there on the edge of the abyss. If you had a cloak, it would be billowing. But behind you, you're and you see like there's like 4 of those kind of Titan level anvil rots floating up. All of them preparing and they fire their missiles. What do you do?
Shit. I back up and run for the hole.
As you jump, they're just slamming into the tower, detonating this entire thing, going up in fireball, multiple fireballs as you leap off that edge there and dive down. Give me an acrobatic, or
Can this be athletics?
I'll give you
Up
athletics.
to you. Okay.
I'll give you athletics.
Oh boy, that is a 9.
You have an inspiration?
Nope. And I'm all alone.
You're all alone.
I do still have gust of wind up, but I don't know that can push me.
You're using gust of wind. Give me roll a D100, someone, and I'll give you
I can do it.
a 60% chance
Okay.
of gust of wind helping you in this situation, which will give you a reroll.
I rolled. Okay, if it's
So the 0 to 60 is good for you, basically.
okay, yeah. So it was in the 10s.
Okay,
There you go.
Yeah.
there you go.
You are
Fate-
no
fate
longer
means you
a
get
McDonald's
another-
fillet of fish.
Reroll.
So what do I do now?
You're just gonna re-roll. You're gonna get advantage, basically. Get another shot at this.
Okay.
This will be it.
Okay. That is a 21.
Ooh,
There you go.
okay, there you go. You are not meant to die today. Yes, you want to describe yourself making it into the eye, into the center?
Yeah. See, I feel like with that first roll, I kind of panicked as I was running from the explosions, and I turn, and then it like just see the cool explosions, and cool guys don't look at explosions.
Yes.
So I already failed. But then I turn back and see that I'm not going to make it, and just do an insane push to try to push myself into the rift.
Nice, and you make it through that rift. There's for a moment there, you're all traveling at what feels like the speed of light through the nebula of the Nyx. And on your way, you're having like all of these visions. And in one of the visions, you see a Leonin somewhere in a very cold landscape. It looks like nowhere you've ever seen, cutting a cord of a strand of hair. And when he cuts it, you know that the cord, it's a cord of, it's a hair, it's a strand of destiny that is being severed to keep Phoenix from his destiny. And on the other side of that hair, that hand is being severed from a figure. You see it, she feels her hair being cut, and as she turns, she looks over her shoulder. You see it to be Clothis with her completely blindfolded. Her hair strands weaving out across all of Theros. In another vision, you see a group of adventurers or champions like you that are in the underworld trying to make their way back, holding vials of this important sap. You automatically know that for some reason that's supposed to help with the plague that is reaching across Theros right now. And then it all ends and you materialize and you all just scatter across this like cold marble floor in the Temple Obscura. The owl kind of slides and slams into the wall, putting a crack in it. And what's strange is that when you look around, you don't even know if you ever left that space, that large 100-foot room. It almost feels like you materialized there, or maybe the illusion just went away. But one thing is strange, there are tons in all of the walls, kind of concrete or stone. There are all these pock marks and blasts and cracks, like the room has just kind of gone through war. There's still the space where the canvas was up of Telmoon. I don't know if Telmoon ever took the canvas down, or if the canvas, otherwise the canvas is still hanging there on the opposite side.
I figured that canvas was too large for me to take down easily. Okay. I think I asked someone to help me take other canvases down, but not that one yet.
Not that one.
Yeah, we took the canvases down. Troxys and I did.
Oh, we did? Okay, cool. Yeah. So you have it? Perfect.
So we were stacking them, remember?
That's probably a big one. It's probably rolled against a wall. And you're now standing back in the Temple Obscura as though nothing ever happened. Exekias is like shivering. We'll take a 5-minute break and we'll pick up from here.
Was Apple still holding the weapon?
Oh, so there's no oh yeah, you're still holding the weapon. The weapon is with you right now.
But there's no head of the
there's no giant Titan anvil rot. But you are holding the weapon.
Nice.
All right.
We'll come back and continue.
This was the final witness of the fall of Cybertron.
Yes.
As soon as he pulled out that mini, I'm like, this is Mal getting back at me for that Everon game where he got eaten.
Oh, you did use that against me. I was like, oh, he put that on the board. I was like, we're gonna die.
When I saw that, I'm
You guys
like,
totally
I'm like,
broke
that's
that
it.
encounter though. You changed that whole encounter the way it was supposed to. It was good. It's good.
Yeah, I don't know if I would roll that way in the future, reading it, Nick, but I appreciate being it rolled that way this time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I sometimes think, it's good to sometimes just let go of what you think needs to happen. And just
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way I read it, it's like a major illusion spell.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I gotta sit with that one a little bit. Like
Yeah.
I don't completely know, because otherwise it's almost better than the hut, because you can't even see it. It's the hut, but you can't see it,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't make any.
Yeah.
And I would think the hut.
And I think
should
it's
be
a
better.
trade-off of the hut, right? So the hut, you can't throw stuff through, but you can see it.
Right.
Where this, you can't see any of us, but you can hear us. So with enough
Gotcha.
investigation, you can find us.
Yeah.
But
It's.
I think you're
Yeah,
supposed
I
to be
don't
able
know.
to just walk through it.
I think you're supposed to
I think
walk
so,
through it. I think it's a
too.
major image. I think it's like an investigation check, probably.
I gotta like read some forms or some on that one, because I think they should be able to like walk into it, because it counts as cover, but I don't think it's impenetrable cover. I don't know if I see it as impenetrable cover like that, but I think in this world it worked that way.
Because it would be like walking into like something like silence, right? Like you can't see it, but as soon as you're in there, then it's just
you're
like,
like, oh shit, what is this? Oh,
Yeah.
there's people here.
I mean, it's still really cool the way it came out, but
Good stuff.
nice.
Good stuff though. It worked.
Yeah.
Because that could have been scary. Because each one of those weapons, 3d8.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Every one
Yeah.
they fired.
We're also really low from
Yeah,
still. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
I
they
rolled my hit
resistant
die.
or
This is Yildirim,
immune
good dude.
from fire?
Huh?
Were they resistant or immune from fire?
The Titan was definitely resistant to fire, not immune.
Okay.
Yeah, so the fire was kind of rolling off of it, but you were damaging it. Yeah, for sure. I'll be right back.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It totally worked though.
I'm glad that Mal let that work.
Yeah. I was on the forums pretty hard, and I was trying to find
Oh, I'd also
somebody
say if
who
you
was like
want
on your
to-
side.
Pull up Legend Keeper if you guys, since we'll be back in that space again. If you, well, not Legend Keeper, I'll pull up
Roll
Roll
20.
20. Yeah, let me go in there. Yeah, 'cause
Roll
that's
20.
what we used. Roll 20 not.
Got it.
Oh, 20. Check it out. What game is this? THEROS. Launch that. Too many roll 20.
Right? I'm sure we all have so many.
Gotta roll down that list. No camera for you, roll 20. And turn off all audio.
I need to log in myself. Let's see.
Done.
So Apple actually got that weapon. It's holding it.
That's why I asked before he went to break, because I'm like, because he said that it was like we weren't even there, but I'm like, okay, well, even if we weren't there, like there's still the pock marks on the wall, so was I still holding it? And then that's why I also asked him, like, where's the head of the thing, right? Because it was falling. So I don't know what happened with that, but
Wild.
I
Absolutely
get a
wild.
weapon I can use.
Hopefully it's not forever disadvantage, but that's dope.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like Taroxy's hammer, like enough usage of it, then proficient.
Were you adding your proficiency bonus?
Even then, it was because I was rolling at disadvantage. I was just like, that's
Oh
bad.
man, this man has to go through and revisible at all these squares for us, or is my computer just taking forever to load?
No, he's revisibly. This is the basic hide area, or like blank out everything and then manually
Yeah.
reveal.
Oh,
That sucks, man. There needs to be a drag select area, reveal all, not
seriously.
one piece at a time. One of the many reasons why I'm more of a Foundry guy, but I still don't know how to use it, so I can't teach it to you guys.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
That, and I'm sure you guys have all like invested into Roll20 already, so it'd be rough investing into Foundry.
Trying new things is still interesting though.
Yeah.
Like I picked up Tabletop Simulator, and like that can do some really cool stuff with remote games, but the only problem is everybody has to have a license for it.
Yeah.
Uh,
So it's it has that Tailspire
Yeah.
kind of barrier to entry.
I got it on sale for I think $10, so that was reasonable.
Yeah, that's super reasonable.
yeah. I like Tabletop Simulator. It has some really cool things. One of the nicest things is there's a lot of like fan-made like workshop things. So people added in a bunch of like board games and other things.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like almost every board game that you could buy in a store, you can play in that. It's just whether you want to choose to purchase the content from the people who actually made it or get like a workshop one
Yeah.
that isn't helping them out. But yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice if like Mattel or whatever would go and sponsor one, so that all would be on the web for us.
Yeah. I think those companies still like Hasbro for sure just makes their own online versions of their games.
They do.
Yeah.
I see.
Some of them, not everything.
Yeah.
But I think Ticket to Ride, is that Hasbro? I don't know
I'm
who
not
makes
sure.
that, but there for sure is an online version.
Gotta get on it. Yeah.
Tell me who owns it.
But yeah, Colin, if we do end up playing Baldur's Gate next, could you bring your tower still?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ticket to Ride is Days of Wonder, apparently.
Who the heck is that?
A board game publisher. But it specializes in German-style board games.
So,
Like Ticket to Ride.
interesting.
Yeah, I have not played any of these games.
I did not see Renee's celestial ball power, and now I feel bad for not laughing. I definitely deserved a chuckle.
It's got to bring in all the immaturity.
Oh yeah.
Necessary.
Imperative.
Super necessary.
I do like the clip from what is that movie called? The Riding the Bomb. Dr. Strangelove. There we go.
Yeah.
So does Betrayal at Baldur's Gate plays pretty much like Betrayal at House on the Hill?
Apparently, yeah. Like it still has everything, and it says don't split the party unless the party member is the villain. So I'm assuming it's the same thing.
Do you have that one, Colin?
Jason just bought it.
I just bought it, so it should,
nice.
yeah, I just got it from Amazon, so it should be
Okay.
coming tomorrow.
Let me know when I gotta look on. Jason, text me or message me when you guys have those days, because I know they're on Discord. That one totally slipped my mind. Was
Yeah,
yesterday?
man.
Was it Saturday?
Yeah, we're out there Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at
Yeah.
2:30.
Nice. Where'd you guys meet at?
At hand brewed beer.
Beers.
Okay. Where's that at?
Canoga Park?
Noga?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You guys are close.
Yeah. We're definitely in your area.
Dude, yeah.
Colin says it was right up the street from 818.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm doing an 818 game on.
I saw that. I
at the start
figured
of
I might try to hop in like around like 8:39 when traffic dies down a bit, just
Dude,
to like
you-
grab a
you- I
beer
don't expect
and
you to
see what the
drive out
setup
there.
is.
But yeah,
Oh no. I'm just because I've been wanting to see because
Yeah.
they've been asking me about other spots in Hambrew. On Saturdays, they start doing like events like painting.
Yeah,
brews
we
and
showed up
stuff,
and there
so-
was a paint your pet event.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
just trying to
got it.
see like another brewery
Yeah.
to see what their layout
A18
looks
is
like.
giving me their tap room for that day. So
Really?
it's like
Wow.
it's like me testing out a new D&D. They want me to come there and do D&D.
Got it.
We'll see. So I told him,
But
you
yeah.
know, it's worth. I told him it wasn't really worth me because I was like, I'm so spread thin. I was like, I don't really know what I get other than I would just be doing another game. But the guy was asking me about it, so I was like, yeah, let's try it out. You know, I'll see if people are interested in coming out on a Thursday night, right, once a month to play in the
You know
tap.
what I mean, man? I'm down for a 2-hour drive for
So-
beer. I have a problem, but you can exploit it if
So-
you would like.
It will be fun. I am excited to play because I've read Minds of Fandelver twice, so I get to try. What's the other one? Dragonspire.
Dragon
So-
of Icefire Peak.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Do
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, again, I'm not trying to play. I'm just trying to get.
Oh yeah,
get
just
some
hang out.
drinks.
Yeah. You're welcome to come.
Try to
hang
get some
out.
drinks. See what's
For
up.
sure, man. It should be fun. So we'll see how it goes.
Hamburg's not even brewing right now. They have 2 beers that are left, but really they're just buying brews from other people.
Mm.
So I'm like, that sucks.
You guys made that. Good job. You guys made that encounter way less deadly than it could have been.
We survived.
Thank you, gracious DM, for allowing that.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Is that was just it was good thinking. It was good working together. There was some good ways to work around that whole
Yeah.
combat, starting with Proxinos' ability. But yeah.
It was still some close calls there, even with.
Oh
that.
no, there was still some close calls. Yeah, I think the big Titan guy would have been nasty just because if you can see, he pretty much would have been fighting everybody else, but his goal is he just targets areas to force you to move, or he just blasts the shit out of them on the next turn. So you have a lot of time to react, but I was thinking that could get really nasty when you're in like close combat with a bunch of people and you need to keep
Yeah.
moving, which you could
Yeah.
force a lot of opportunity attacks.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see how it could.
That was the
been
strategy is like
Yeah.
I tie them up and then I target them and then they run and then they get opportunity attacked.
When you had
Yeah.
that one do the vocal thing, it reminded me of Bioshock Infinite.
Mhm.
And when you're in, it just starts to, and then all the George Washington. That I'm like,
I
"No, need
wanted to. I was
shut
like,
this
but I
thing
was
up."
like, it was all coming like it was like figuring out. I was like, okay, well if they left, and then I had already told you that the more time that the more time you spent, the war it all breaks down. So that only made sense if you had spent an hour, that they shouldn't be on the same kind of clockwork, even when the thing yells out. So, yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. So Nikki, I don't know if you heard, we are on, for anyone who we are on roll 20 now, just for the basic. I don't think it's really going to play a whole lot, but just into the basic understanding of where we're at. We're back in that, like the Temple Obscura, back in the big room where there's a little image in the wall that is casting. And so right now it still casts an image of the veil down below, which is juxtaposed right over the painting of Bardstock. That is now dried, but even when you look at it, it's still slowly, ever so slowly moving. With a very
do you have
keen
access?
eye. Seth, what's that?
Looks like Eric's not in roll 20.
I'm getting on right now. Yeah.
Oh, I can
Okay,
send you a link
I was
if you
making
don't
sure
have
you had
access
the
to it.
link. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I was actually just typing it in.
Perfect.
I have to leave it to give him that link, right? So let me see.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll put it in the chat.
Cool.
Well, shit, what patch did we earn for that? Because that was really intense.
Good stuff.
Titan patch.
We haven't slept in a day and a half, so we're pretty exhausted.
Yeah, so you guys are
we
just
should
laid
consider
out.
that.
I imagine I was like laid on the ground.
But
I imagine that
don't
if
want to-
Proxinos turned back up, I couldn't force him, but I imagine as you went through the Nyx, you kind of like slide onto the ground and you're just flapping your arms and everybody's like kind of on your back, it's kind of spilling off of you.
Yeah, and if you're Well, giant owls are pretty smart, but you have giant owl intellect right now, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
he
he's
does.
the giant owl.
Yeah, that makes
So-
him like the second smartest person in the party still.
Pretty much.
I'm just as smart as Teroxys, actually.
So if you guys, just for a quick refresher, this, of course, all this contraption you see here in the room. Actually, I should probably wait till Eric's in. Eric, are you in? Give me a second. Okay.
I see Eric in
You
there.
see
I
my
think.
pinging.
I just got in. Yeah.
Yeah, this gyroscope kind of thing is not really here, Eric. What it is I've kind of
Okay.
described down here. Before I kind of I put a new map in here that has a little more color, but these are marble floors. The room is about 100-foot wide and a radius, 100-foot radius. The ceilings go up a good 40, 50 feet. There's a small, about the size of a human fist, a lens on this wall down here. That lens casts a cone-shaped image in this very,
Okay.
very dark room, almost like a theater, right? Cast an image over this way, which is a long tart canvas that on it looks like everything you see from Bardstock is on that image. And it's almost like it's the same image of where the Manticore was attacking, but the Manticore is no longer there. If anything, it's a slight silhouette of the Manticore that's slowly fading, and there are little silhouettes that seem to be missing, that some of them all kind of look like you all, that are slowly fading from the pigment, and everything else is there. Telmoon was able to find his mother and her new suitor running from her tent, in addition to all the other commotion of other mortals, humanoids, centaurs, minotaurs who are running. Unfortunately, there's no image no even silhouette for Zen, who you all saw die there. Though you all have collected several paintings from, so this room over, this was the studio. This is where like all the painting supplies were at, and then there was the gallery where all had a ton of pillars, and on these pillars, where I'm pinging here, where you guys took down some of the paintings. You found one of a centaur that looked a lot like Zen in his final moments. Here was the statue of Phoenix with a head collapsed off. If you pull all the way back, you'll see me pinging that. And then down here, there's these pillars that open to because you guys are on this huge cliff overlooking all of the valley. So from in this room, it's a little more light, and from this lighted area, you can see out to the Skull of Vale. And down here is also like a cliff ledge that leads out to the external side of the temple or camera obscura. I will turn it back over to you all.
Thrashing around as everyone who's riding the giant owl, like the giant owl's like wrestling around as it tries to flip over back on its front.
Telmoon's probably just going to grab a Zacchaeus. He's shocked and exhausted, but pretty much has a one-track mind.
He gets up, his face is kind of sooty from all the blasts, and he spent the most of that entire battle hiding behind crates, watching you all, handle the situation valiantly. He kind of reels back as Telmoon charges over to him.
You said you can fix the paintings.
I said I knew how.
Show us.
Okay. You must have the painting. You must take it out to the ledge outside. Flip it upside down. And when it casts through, it should be right side up. The inversion should disperse the magic. I know I said I needed to be alive for it to work, but self-preservation, you can't fault me for that. Can you?
Fine. Take a painting out. Show us.
Any painting?
we have a stack of them that are random. We're not going to test this with one of our family.
Which one do you want?
You already lied to us once. How do we know you're not doing it now?
I never lied to you. First of all, I never lied to you.
You said you had to be here in order to translate the paintings. That's a big
Wasn't-
fat lie. You just
That's
said
actually my fault.
so.
Yeah, that's actually
That was-
I actually
Wasn't
made
that
my
the
own
other
misstep.
guy?
It was Phoenix.
Yeah, that was Phoenix.
Phoenix lied
So
to
I
us.
actually made my own misstep by saying I said that I was Phoenix. But he's like, he goes, I've been living with this under his presence for so long. It's almost like we're connected. It's almost like I'm experiencing, but no, I probably would have told you that. And I'm sure he told you that, but all you need to do is do as said, and it should work. Now, I'll be honest. While I believe this is to be the case, we're happy to try any of the paintings that are in the gallery. I'll be honest. I've never quite done it. We've only trapped them, never really freed them. It's never.
That's why you're
never been a
starting
part
with
of
the
plan.
test painting.
Which one?
I don't remember what the other paintings were, but
Oh,
we took
yeah.
down every one that he said was made like that
Okay.
on the way.
So he starts to lead you through the gallery, and he goes, "Well,
That's what I'm saying. Apo and Taroxys have a pile of them.
So, what do you guys have any notes of the ones you guys have? So I think the
Apo.
ones I pointed out that you took down were important ones, unless you took something else that I
On the way back, they started to grab some.
just grabbed
Correct.
some.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the ones that.
There was like portraits and things like that.
There was like a snow one. There was wasn't there a castle as
There
well?
was a castle. Did you take that?
Yeah, I
one?
don't think you want to.
We-
I don't think you want
No,
to do
we
that
only
one.
took the ones where he said that he did the thing with.
Yeah,
We
like
didn't take the
Apo,
ones that were dreams.
Yeah, some of those
Apple-
weren't made that way. Some of those were just dreams that he painted.
yeah, like Apo saw the Hydra one. He didn't pick that one up, but there was 8 portraits, and I think that Troxys and I grabbed those 8 portraits.
They're all one canvas.
That wasn't a dream one either. I thought that was this.
That was a dream-based one.
That was a dream based one. Yeah.
So the only ones that looked like the camera obscura may have taken them
Uh huh.
was the centaur, the one that's on the wall right now,
Uh huh.
the one that Fitz has in her bag.
Sure.
I don't think I mentioned any others.
Then we have to start with the centaur because we don't know that that's
Zen.
Zen.
And is there a track on the outer portion of where the camera is?
What do you mean by that? Oh, I see. Like
That way it could pivot around the tower or whatever.
yes, it does pivot. Right now, it's centered right on the Skull of Vale.
Okay.
So what he's saying is you got to go out on the ledge, right? It's kind of like a little cliff out there, and hold the image. Pretty much what you're doing is you're taking the camera, which I actually don't have, but if the camera is here, you're putting the image in front of it instead of it seeing the actual image of Southside, and you're inverting the painting so that it's getting a distorted version, and it's actually just seeing another painting and then throwing that image right side up. That's what he's telling you to do.
Yeah. How many people would it take to hold the canvas in front of it like that?
For the one that it
For
probably
the
takes
centaur?
a person on each side. For the one that
Okay.
Fitz has, probably one person could hold up. The one of the centaur, one could hold up. I think for the one that's the big one right now, I'd probably need a person or two on each side.
Okay. Well, I mean, Tomlin's volunteering. I don't know if anybody else is coming out there with them, but.
Okay. And he's taking the centaur.
Mhm.
Okay. And as you hold it up, Tillman turns it around, stands there for a moment, and you all see the image of the centaur kind of right side up in the room, cast slightly on the wall. I imagine you peel down the. Oh, you actually have already taken down that. You've rolled the big one up in the corner, so you do see the image of that looks a lot like. It's got to be Zen. And suddenly there is a flash of light that lights the whole room up, bathes it in a weird way, and as it does, the image in your hand burns away. Tell me.
I would sprint inside if that happened. Yeah.
You do what?
I'd run back inside, yeah.
You run back inside. You guys are looking for, Zen. As everyone's head darts back and forth, Exekias goes, it would take them back to where they were taken from. And he walks out to the pillars that look down on the Skull of Vale that in the studio room. He looks and he goes, wait.
The owl flies out.
Oh, okay. You get the sword down. Are you flying towards the veil?
I'm searching for Zen's body.
Perception check advantage.
And I am going to spend that inspiration that Fitz gave me. Ooh. That is a 27.
So not only do you, as you this owl soars, it sees a little, because remember, all the I imagine all the tents are gone. It's just an open, expansive valley. So as you soar over it, you see a flourish of light, and you see a horse, or that horse-like body. It doesn't gallop, but it doesn't run. It just takes a few steps. Do you go closer, or you can see as you dive down, you land. Zen staggers and looks at you. What do you do?
Kind of just staring as Zen kind of shaken, and you hear a and this ethereal mist flows out, and you get healed, Zen, for 8 points of healing.
It doesn't work as his body just collapses over. You realize that he was dead on his feet, just the body materializing there in the physical. It's almost like as you go to cast that, the body just falls over and lies there lifeless.
Solemnly walking over and looks down at Zen.
You hear a whisper say, I'm with them. I'm with you. I'm with everyone else. And suddenly the Nyx kind of stars begin to kind of burst in the Obscura room, the temple. And in that space, you see this heavenly version. I mean, he's glowing with radiant light as it bursts forth. And Zen is standing in front of you all. He clearly is a ghost. He clearly is an Aeolon from the other side. And what you know, Zen, is that you felt trapped. You felt completely trapped in that painting. You were kind of somewhere in the in-between. And now, in that moment, you've seen, like, in front of you, you see all of your friends, and on the other side, you see Alicia. A world of beautiful pastures where every other centaur has gone and every other champion of Theros has gone. And it is a beautiful place, and it is fawns and satyrs are singing and dancing, and the sun is bright. You know that it's a place you have to go, but you have a moment, you have this moment to talk with your friends. I imagine, would the owl return? Would you take the body?
Yeah.
So you see the owl come in and gently place the body of Zen there on the ground.
What's the long face, bullies?
He was our friend.
Oh. This is Zen Ghost talking to it. This is Zen Ghost.
This
talking
is
to
Zen
us.
Ghost.
Oh,
So there is
Not
both
Roland.
a
I thought
body
you
on
were
the. So now
also the other guy.
the owl
No,
has.
no,
the,
he talks more like this. He has a little bit of a.
So Roland, yeah, Roland is still in the room, but now Zen is also in the room. So yeah, Troy, and I imagine Roland's quiet right now, so there's a moment for.
You guys all right?
Apple
mean,
just go ahead.
I thought the whole painting thing would like totally save you.
I don't know much about that.
Oh, we tried really hard.
No, it's fine.
It was worth the chance. And thank you for what you did.
Any of you would have done that.
Exekias pipes up because I've heard of high priests in Melitus who can resurrect. If a body is whole, well, it may be possible, but I hear it is quite expensive and quite dangerous as well. What?
Yeah, we're pretty broke, so.
Really?
just smiles.
I love the deception from this. We're pretty broke. This little bag full of treasure.
So Apple will walk up to Zen and just kind of put his hand out like the. Is there anything we can do for you since you are no longer with us?
Well, when you get out of this place, how about you guys hold a race in my honor?
That will do, my friend. But what about your people?
Well, I might talk to my sister Sophia. I don't know how, though. She knows more about this than I do. And then the others, they would probably just know from word of mouth.
And like looks at you and points at your dead body.
Oh, did you guys get another centaur friend?
No, my friend, you've, like I have, transitioned.
Can't do that. Don't like that. Nope. I like to feel the mud in my hooves.
Where do we find your people so we can talk to Sophia?
Well, they're kind of scattered. Sophia's kind of a hermit in the woods that we traveled. She's pretty secluded. I only see her once or twice a year, maybe. If you go to Melitus, I have another sister there. She is a vendor of sorts. She sells the Lagonan wares and other things that they make or find. She's trying to, I guess, get a hoof into the city for our people. She's a business lady, though. Doesn't know really how to have fun.
Did we catch the other sister's name?
1 second. Gotta get my book out. Other sister's name, he would have said Naomi.
How do you spell that?
Namina. Naoma, sorry. Oh, not an O. It's an A. Jesus. Didn't know my family would actually be brought up. I have 2 brothers and another sister, but, well, their way of saying hello is more with their fists and weapons. Good people, though.
Sounds like a few people we know.
You guys don't have to look so sad. It's okay.
It's just that you're so golden now.
Hmm.
And like Apple looks like
All
the
right.
cowardly lion, like gripping that crazy weapon. And if he could cry, he'd probably be crying.
I do have something for everyone, though. It's in my bag. I wasn't there for you guys when you fought the dragon, which I'm a little bummed out about. But if you look in my bag, you'll find all the things. Talmoon, the jar thing that the satyr gave us, that's in there. You can have that if you want. There's a few potions, and there's a few statues that in my downtime I carved for all of you.
Someone will walk over and grab the bag from Taroxy's, and I guess he'll shift the alchemy jug into his own bag and start pulling things out. What do we find?
Get into the character sheet. Hold on. I didn't expect Zin to actually show up. Okay, this is as shocking for me as for you all. Okay, so there's the alchemy jug. There is a potion of greater healing. The Perfuro spear that you made him. There are still 3 doses of oil buzz leaf, which gets rid of exhaustion. There's his darts, his wood carving tools, his blanket, and then just a bunch of other. Did the arrows make it? Because those were magical. The ones I took from the statue or replaced.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so there's 19 of those. And 15 of the fun arrows that blow up like confetti. Now, for the statues, each one are personalized. There's one for each of you. Who wants to start?
Let's go alphabetical.
All right. I had to think real hard designs of these in my head for each of you. So Apo, yours is made out of a pretty decent sized trunk. And it's a back-to-back. It's a back-to-back carving of your original self from when we first met. And it transitions into the anvil rot on both sides, pointing out, arrows drawn, swords out on the other one. Fitz. Yeah, I had to do that. Shit. Nope. I didn't do Astro because I forgot about him. Shit.
He's quiet.
Fitz is a giant hunk of wood carved into it, kind of like the backside of it still has the bark. And it is, she is decked out in gear, foam fingers and all. Huge smile on her face. Has small little details of the patches that Zin has seen. And it looks like she's in the middle of the arena audience, but like clear as day, the center of attention.
This is so cool.
Okay, fuck. Both you peas. All right. So Pythias, I'll do him first since he's in the top right of my corner. Pythias is standing there, very militaristic with his sword and shield, and in the background, wood carved, it looks like a waterfall is going down, and he's standing in a like ravine out in the ready classic Spartan kind of sword up, shield, or shield up, sword on the shield, ready for a fight or ready to defend, one of the two, interpret as you will. Proxinos, his is a little bit bigger than most, not the biggest, but a little bit, because it's him, identical to the robe, to the shield, to the wooden sword, and on both his left and right are two horses, one really big and one really small. And they're just, it looks like they are grazing in a little meadow. Now, Telmoon's is a combo. You see Taroxys standing on that like rock formation that the hammer was on. That scene where he raises it above his head. And there is a little figure, and if you start at the base of his feet, there's a speed trail swirling around him, riding all the way up to his shoulder that is holding the hammer up, and it is Telmoon decked out. And there's one little thing that at the base of the bag you pull out, and it's a little banner that, if you notice, you can connect all of these statues together, and it says Bronze Bullies.
You are a sentimental merchandising genius.
I thought you liked that, Fitz.
Thank you so much.
The owl like hops over and like tries to hug you.
I'm gonna miss you guys. But keep in mind, if you can bring me back, you know I always have your guys' backs.
One thing, is there space to run?
There's all the space here. It's like running city to city with nothing in your way. By the way, my mom says hi to all of you. she's happy that you guys protected me and helped me out. Although she did tell me that I'd run into a group when I was young. Kind of the perks and not so much perks of having an oracle for your mother.
Well, these gifts are beautiful. You'll have to forgive us for being sad, but we're not sad for you. We're sad for us, for losing you. And Pythias will give you just a smile with the sharp pointed teeth, but then it's like single tear coming down.
I have a feeling that if you guys really need me, I'll be there for you. By the way, Fitz, those can be painted.
My God.
Yeah, I thought that far ahead.
First set of real minis. Fantasy minis in a fantasy game. You can yeah, you look for some Nullen Wash and Mellitus.
I won't be far. All right.
And Apple goes, there's a saying in my country. May the hunting go well. May your legs carry you swiftly. We'll hunt again, my friend.
I like that. Best of luck in the race, y'all. And no cheating. I'll be watching. And he's going to turn. And then behind him is a scenery of a gorgeous open field. Rears up on his two hind legs. Out like a light.
And you guys get to see that open field as he gallops off. And the vision or the image slowly closes. Till that day, your friend, partner, companion, Zen, carries on. Lives on. Turning it back over to the party. Over what to do next.
Ever seen that before?
You know,
I
you're
think the old man's voice will shake him, tell Moon out of that little stupor.
you seem pretty spry. Was it Roland?
Yeah, yes, it is Roland Bloom. I've been in a few scrapes. Nothing like that though. You guys really know how to party.
No, Proxinos. He wasn't asking who. He was saying we know how to party.
Oh, Proxinos keeps hooing,
No.
but I keep just hearing like Al Ric Flair, like woo, like, woo, like Nurture Boy, woo.
And Apple's just gonna keep going back and forth until he changes back to like no, not who.
I take it that was your guys' friend.
It's just hugs the carving and nods really fast.
What next?
Tomlin doesn't want to break anybody's moments, but if he sees a couple people kind of coming out of it, he's going to ask them for help because he can't take the big one on his own.
Is it time to try it out? Is it time to do that?
Seemed like it worked. Let's try to bring back Bardstock first, just in case. Fitz, you might want to be down there when we bring back every one of yours. I don't know. It's up to you.
Telmoon, you don't want to be down there?
No, definitely not.
The giant owl looks ready to give anyone who wants to be down there a lift.
Apple will stay up here with Telmoon and hold the paintings.
There's not any monsters in this painting still, right?
No, there's no monsters.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
How many people will it take to hold this one? Because this one's bigger, right?
Yeah.
Said 4, right?
I imagine 4 people to like really hold it nice and taut. Yeah.
Could it just be Teroxys and I that did that?
Yeah, Trox is pretty
Between
big.
each of
I
us?
imagine Apo and you could probably pull that off. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll allow that. Yeah, 2, just stretching it out. Yeah.
Yeah. And Fitz, if you'll trust me with the other painting, then I'll send them out right after if you want to go to the field.
I don't even know where it's from. I'm not
Well,
sure.
you said
If
because of the statue, we knew it was the same area, right?
It is my work. And as Exekiah stands there, he goes, all of this work has been done from here in this field. And he goes, as Teroxys is holding the paintings, Teroxys and Apo, before they take them out, he asks Fitz, may I see your painting?
She kind of tentatively pulls it and hesitates.
Just
And
you don't even have to give it
hands
to me.
it over.
Just actually you keep it. Just open it. Just unfurl. And as she does, standing opposite, he goes, look at the paintings. It tells the story. And even though one is much larger, it's the same set of trees, the same valley. One doesn't have Bardstock. One has all these tents and a multitude of people, where one has 100 satyrs. And in both, now in the one that that Teroxys is holding, of course, there's a tear where Phoenix was, but it fits in yours in that same bushel of trees, peering through. Actually, as you unfurl yours, is a tear in the same place where the Phoenix was showing. So where the statue was. So Exekias is like, both were taken from here, both look down on the same valley. Different times, different revels.
Oh, well, gosh, if we restore them both, can they like both occupy the same space? Is there like some weird science about that?
They should both be down there. They just will find themselves in a much bigger party.
You guys, what if I get there and no one knows who I am? That's so stressful.
Well, if you want to stay here, then you and I can fly down together after we free both of our families.
Okay.
Okay. So is that what you guys are planning to do?
Yeah, so
Kinda like
Teroxys,
Grab
Apo,
a corner to help
and
hold.
Fitz will go out there.
Okay. As they hold it taut, is anyone inside the camera and then the Obscura temple, like looking at the wall? Is it cast the image right side up?
Yeah, Telmo's gonna stay inside this time.
Telmoon, as you like look up, you and Fitz, you start to see you see the valley, and then you see the new painting over it, and then the painting starts to become very real, and you start to see the people moving naturally. And when you kind of go out to the pillars to look down on the valley, you can see that all has been restored. The tents are there, the stage is still there. There's still an area where the fight took place. You can see that there's a bit of disorientation, but it's so far away you can't really make out the people. But Telmoon, as the paint, the image that Taroxys and Apple are holding, it goes blank. The canvas is now blank. So you know that they have been freed. And you can just now see them down there kind of coming together. And after a few moments, without missing a beat, you start hearing the music. Like you start hearing and quickly the party is back underway.
It's
Okay, let's do it.
Is the owl going to start taking? Is he going to take everyone down at the same time, or Fitz and? Because it sounded like Fitz and Telmoon were going last, or is it just everyone's together right now?
The owl is gonna wait for Fitz and Telmoon.
Okay. So everyone's
How far is it down into the valley?
Yeah.
You made that trip pretty quick. It probably, with your soaring, how big you are, it's probably less than a mile at an angle going down into the valley, being able to swoop back up. So yeah, so not far at all. Not far at all.
Just wondering whether it makes sense for some of us to just start walking down now.
It's a long journey down but you would eventually make it down there and head through the forest, but it's up to you.
Before we do that, Apodexis would pull Telman and Taroxys close. And then he would ask Telman, even though they did not take his hands, is that something we should do so that this doesn't happen again?
That was the plan.
Then I'll meet you down there a bit later.
I was gonna say Telman would put plant a fist in your chest, but that's probably a little high for him, so he'll probably just kind of tap a fist against your thigh.
And you just see Apodexis' mace just kind of swing down. And he starts to walk towards Exekias.
Have we freed all of the paintings?
Not yet.
I mean,
I think
that's
we
what I
were
was-
getting ready to do the next one.
Yeah. I think he pulled the three of us aside while Fitz was doing her thing. I don't know
Right.
where Fitz
Yeah.
is.
So
Having my last moments with my painting as a painting.
or you could just sell it for a lot of money. Fuck these folks, man.
How much you miss your family?
This
You
is
What
know
if I
them,
know
right?
them?
We got new family out there for you.
What if I know who they are?
You'll never know unless you release them.
Do your thing.
I mean, I'm so scared. What? And I'm just talking to myself. I'm staring at it. Like, I've been staring at you guys for so long. You seem like fake. And maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but I don't know any other way to know, but I'm so scared. What if I go to meet you and there's no one to meet because there's nothing in there? I don't know. But I have
There's
to
a-
try.
Pat on your back, and you see behind you is the giant owl looking at you. Gives you a reassured, "Oh,
I pet your beak. Oh. Okay. I don't know if I'll ever be ready, but this is as close as I've been before. So let's do it.
She holds it up, turns it upside down, and there's little Nick stars as Fitz looks back down below in Bardstock, and you can see little lights like sparkling, like little fireworks going off as extra new people are populating. Mortals populate Bardstock across. You don't know who they are. You don't know who's down there. And when you pull back and look at your painting, it's a blank canvas with a little tear in it, just like the other.
I roll up the blank canvas and I stick it in my bag.
Lays
Okay.
down, ready for you to hop on.
Someone will hop up there next to Fitz.
All right,
And
let's do it.
takes off.
So it's taking, and everyone's on. Who's all now?
Epidexis is staying behind with I guess Teroxys to make sure that we can undo as many as we can.
Yeah, I think it was just Telmoon and Fitz on Owl.
That's what
I
I'm
think
wondering.
Telma and Fitz are definitely going first. But if
Going
other
first.
people can fit, we're not excluding people.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is everyone? So there's supposed to be 4 that can fit reasonably, but is everyone just kind of trying to pile onto the owl and go down? So it's Teroxys and Apple are staying back to deal with. Are you going to free other paintings? You said. I don't think they're, or you're going to just
I
deal
think
with.
they're gonna
Exekias.
chop off someone's hands.
Yeah.
I think that was the plan.
Yeah. Roland, I don't know how you feel about hopping on the owl again. If you want to stay here and walk, you're kind of old. You want to walk?
Well, I'll come along
I'm
then.
good.
And can help out with people need help down there. Looks like they're having a good time already.
Asteros?
Forgive me. I've been very quiet. I think it's been so overwhelming lately. I've been having Asteris kind of looks down for a little bit, and you can see he kind of is pondering, and he looks back up. Crufix has been. Am I saying that name right? Crufix? Crufix? Okay. Has been and speaking to me. At least I believe so. Apparently, and I had this the other night. Crufix has sent other champions, warriors, I do not know who, to halt and sever the ties of fate that Phoenix is trying to manipulate. Phoenix is, well, we got a taste of what he is up to with one of those titans. He is trying to raise an army. I don't know. It comes in hazes. I'll hear the voices. They will speak to me. I'll have the dreams, and then nothing. It's just glimpses. It's bits of it. But it's been very heavy on me, and just something we need to be aware of. I don't think that's the last of what we've seen with those titans. But there are others who are.
I will say this: the thing that I called the Titan, on that world, is not a Titan. The Titans that you are seeing,
yes,
Crufix is showing you that everyone would know. When you say the word Titan in Theros, they would all know to be the beings,
the classic Titan,
the beings that
Fuck those Titans.
Astros is telling us that Phoenix is trying to bring back the Titans.
Phoenix
right
is
now?
trying to raise the Titans. And
That's a whole different thing.
all these images that
Yes,
you've
I
been
thought
seeing
you meant those Titans. Okay.
are and so what I'll try to kind of like where I know where
Thank
Eric
you.
is trying to put it together, where Asteros is trying to tell you is that his dreams and from being transferred, the connections say that Phoenix is destined to try to raise him. He's definitely trying to do that. It's probably why he left you to go back to that plan. And you don't know what it is, but he also has some of the power of Krufix now. So however that happened, you guys don't know. So he has that ability that it's one thing to be able to deceive, but to have this kind of power to kind of bring all other realities together is something new, I think, to this god. You know, maybe that's something that Asteros knows. No one else would ever know. But yeah, he's trying to raise the Titans. And Krufix is aligning with you feel, Asteros, and he will call on the party at some point.
As he has others. As I said, these images are not linear. They don't all come at once. But this is what I can gather.
And right now he knows that there's
sooner.
sorry.
No, that's all I said. I should have spoken up
And
sooner.
right now there's no call now, but you just have that feeling like something really bad is brewing. Something really big is happening.
And forgive me, that's why I seem very distant.
Like we have this one last day at peace, and then back to it.
I think
Make the
for
most
sure
of it.
we need to rest.
I mean, that's resting. Let's go.
Are you hopping on Asteros?
Yes, if there's room, I will.
Oh yeah, that'd be the four of us, right? Pythias, Asteros, and the two satyrs.
Okay, and taking off now. Gliding down to the Skull of Vale, the Bardstock.
And as you land, you could tell that fight that did happen with the Manicore, as scary as it was, while it was in this weird slow motion, it took a matter of seconds to happen. It took a matter of seconds to be resolved. And because that, most of the people you find have not broken a sweat. As you can tell that they are now celebrating. They can tell, they don't know what happened, but they can tell that things were scary for a second and it seems to be okay. And there is a celebration happening. As you all step off the owl, what do you do?
Full Moon, do you want to make sure your mom's okay?
Saw her in the painting. She was fine. Let's let those two celebrate, unless you want to talk to Jerome yourself.
Maybe that's a good place to start. I don't know how to look for people I don't know.
Why don't we just try it together? Maybe someone will recognize you.
Why don't you just walk around screaming Marco? Maybe that'll make sense to someone.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Say that again?
Marco! Marco!
As you kind of walk around,
Marco!
everyone give me perception checks.
Yes, we brought the perceptive crew.
Oh yes.
That was very perceptive.
Nat
Two.
19.
Hey.
Nat 19 makes a what? 18 for I think for Tail Moon.
25.
Yep,
25.
There we go.
14.
Save us, Druid.
I know.
13.
So wise.
Who got the highest? What's the highest I got?
I think me.
Asteros.
25.
25. And also with the 25, Asteros is like, walk with me and starts to lead everyone through the crowd of partying satyrs and mortals. Now you got a 14, right, Fitz?
Yeah.
As Asteros is leading you, you hear like through the music and stuff, a little Polo, down here. And it's a little girl, a satyr, a little wreath of flowers. And she's like got her hands behind her back. She kind of like sways, and she goes, "You called?
Oh,
You
hi.
play the game very well.
You know my game?
I know it. I've played it with you before.
I am Fitz. Who are you?
I'm Niley.
Hi.
Hi. Are you having fun?
I mean, yeah.
Keep having fun. I like your groups. I like your friends. I've got a gift for you, though. And you notice she has like something on her back, and she unslings it, and it's a bow. And she goes, it has like little flowers sprouting out of it. It's like made of like natural wood. It almost even like somebody. It looks like it looks like a branch, but like a perfectly, like it grew that way. She's like, can you hold on to this for me? It's yours for now.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
You could share it with him too. And she points to Tell Moon. But she said, I just want to come say hi. Her little freckles gleaming in the sun. And then Asteros is standing off in the distance through the crowd. It's a lot of people. But as they're parting, Asteros is leading everyone towards, at the end of at a tent, they see Jerome is holding Tell Moon's mother. And they're all holding and they're talking to these other group. And there's a small young boy satyr, and then another young older woman, older satyr, a woman and a man, and they're all talking to Jerome. And she goes, "Well, I won't hold you. You might want to catch up with them."
Okay. If I still want to play my game, will you still play with me?
I will. It'll be our little
Okay.
secret.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
And as you
And I
grab
run after.
the bow, you feel this like strange just aura, strange energy uplifting running through you. You feel very connected to the Skolobel and everything around you fits. And as you make your way off towards Tell Moon and his family, Tell Moon, is there anything you're doing? Are you charging for? Are you kind of just walking? It's just kind of like
as she
at-
charges, I'm gonna go ahead and bow to Niley because I'm sure I'm sensing what's coming from that bow.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna look, but I'm just gonna I'm letting them have that moment because it seems like Jerome did what I needed him to do in that moment in the photo. So I'm letting them do their thing, and Tamun needs to rest, so he's gonna just go off towards the tent, debauchery. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, tent of debauchery. So
he's heading that way.
Tell Moon begins to walk away.
Yeah.
The people in the photo, Niley has like told you to go that way, Fitz, or kind of push you in that way, but I'm sure you feel this weird apprehension as you see the people talking to Jerome through the crowd, from where you can see. I don't know if you approach or if you want to take your time. And there seems to be a lot more people gathering around that tent talking to them that appear to be a little off-put by their surroundings, but they're all still smiling. They're all still jovial.
Fitz would approach, but stay on the outer ring of people and kind of try and listen from afar as to what's going on.
And so as Fitz draws a bit closer, can she give me a stealth check and a perception check?
17 plus 3 for stealth, which is a dirty 20. And for perception was the other one? A 14.
And so you sneak around and you duck behind a vendor selling big goblets of wine, spiced wine. As you get a bit close, you can hear Jerome saying, "So good to see you all." Tears in his eyes. And you hear the woman say, "Oh, don't you know? I couldn't believe it. It's been fine. We've just been partying this whole time, other than we've been wondering where little Fitz is."
Are any of my friends near me? Did they hear that?
I imagine just you heard it since you snuck off in stealth.
I'm gonna see what Jerome says.
And Jerome just kind of laughs back. And so you have this moment where either you can stay outside of this and listen more. So it sounds like you're just kind of listening more. And as you stand there, the people continue to go by you as you realize these are your people. Whatever comes next, you will find out who they are and where you came from. And we crash to black. And in there.
I thought I was over it. God damn it, made me cry again over Zane.
I know. Oh my god.
Good game.
Thank you. It was amazing.
That was awesome.
Good game.
This episode is going to be redubbed like Big Monsters and Big Tears.
Post credit, Teroxes and Apodexis moving towards Exekias. We pick up on you, Apodexis. Teroxes is silent, kind of foreboding behind you, just stepping forward. Exekias is slowly backing away in that dark room. Not what you do, but the moments leading up to what you're about to do. Are there any things that you say or what's happening as you're standing there approaching him?
Apo will just look at Exekias and just say, the thing we are about to do, many throughout THEROS told us the gods had done to you. And in order so that you do not make others suffer, we will make it quick.
What do you... Phoenix was the problem. What is it that you're going to do?
And then he thought about the mace and puts it back in his belt and pulls that the rifle thing.
What?
And he has Teroxes grab Exekias' arm, so he's out like this.
Exekias runs. He just takes off running towards the exterior. He's like kind of running towards the pillars where the cliff that overlooks all of the Skull of Vale. What do you do?
He chases him.
All right, give me acrobatics or a dexterity based check.
Ooh, 18.
Oof, man. So you're running and you catch him like with one of your claws as he's trying to run across the out exterior towards where there are like a natural staircase on the other side, and you grab him and you spin him around. He puts his hands up. He goes, "No, but I helped you."
And as he puts his hands out, Apodexis just opens his mouth and bites down on both hands.
There's a bunch of pain as blood splashes out. As it splashes out, you tear the arms, bone and skin. He staggers back away from you, looking at what's the nub. And then he just disappears. And we push in on the inside of the temple on the wall. Exekias is like upside down, a newly formed image of him in pain, a portrait beautifully captured in time, his hands spraying with blood. and the entire wall, the entire place begins to shudder. Everyone down at the Skull Bell looks up as the tower begins to crumble. And we'll end there. Good game.
Son of a bitch.
Oh man, thank you for that. Thank you, Mal. That was beautiful.
It's always gonna end with me in a tower, isn't it?
You always are gonna do something really dark and dastardly, and I love it. I drink the stuff that Renee does.
But this is something that we actually talked about. Like this.
It was what we were gonna do
By the way, I
beforehand.
never knew you planned to do this. I did not know you guys were going to take this guy's hands.
Zacchaeus didn't know it either. We told Phoenix
We told
Zacchaeus
Phoenix.
that we were going to
That's
do that.
great.
Yes, so
That's
so
great.
Zacchaeus was completely like, "What is happening here?" I was really trying to help these folks. It was great. So, oh man, good game. That game turned out. That was wow.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
And the most good-natured people in our party were down with us, so they didn't see that. They just saw the
Yeah,
tower
yeah. So it
crumble.
was great because like they didn't have to experience that horrific moment.
I don't know how Roland feels. Roland might be like, I'm gonna go ahead and walk this way.
Yeah.
Oh, currently, Roll is probably dragging the body of Zen since no one took it.
Oh yeah. Jeez, he's
Yeah.
probably like taking him down the mountain. Yeah. Because it doesn't
He
seem like he
won't
was there
fit
with
in our
him.
bag.
Oh my gosh.
Unless we chop him up.
He's a medium-sized
chop him
creature.
up.
We can pick him up.
Yeah, Taroxys will probably help you carry him down the mountain.
I was gonna say we probably carry Zen down.
Yeah, so we might have to
Have
open
to
with
go to the
Taroxys and Apodexis trying to make their escape off the mountain.
Oh man.
But it's so funny because it's so funny as I was describing it, I looked over and like in the chat, it was like somebody said we should destroy this place.
Yeah.
I think he did. Yeah.
So great. Yeah. Well, it is being destroyed. So.
Good. Ain't no one gonna use that camera again.
It kind of makes us taking his hands unnecessary, but I mean, it was super necessary.
Oh,
Well,
so
no
poetic.
chance things ever go our way.
it was super poetic. I could have created a kind of a better like image or moment there. So I thought that was really, really cool that you did decide to do it. At first I was like, here goes Renee doing Renee. He's gonna murder somebody. But then when like I started to like think about it, I was like, it's pretty that's kind of pretty cool. I'm with it. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Well, the arc of the camera obscura has come to a close.
there's no sound.
Oh, there's no sound?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it
it probably
looks
didn't
really
it didn't play the
pretty.
sound that I'm playing. Give me sound now. Sound. Okay. I was gonna play something different this time, but I'll keep it. Actually, Eric didn't get to see it last time.
I even come up with the actual thing on the tower.
Because anyway, every night, sing a song, in the pictures, carry with tomorrow to the side of you, not to the
Hey, good stuff. Yeah. I hope so. I found that there's a new way to share video, so hopefully that played smoother than it did last time. There's a way to share video and
It
make it
did.
smooth.
Yeah.
It's pretty
and-
good.
Yeah, so I can share that now, and that those were just a amalgamation of the images that kind of inspired this whole arc, with the camera obscura, and the idea of a lot of those images are from the painting of what is like the Revel of Bacchus, which you guys had gone to earlier, but then I also inspired that off the painting that. So like at the end of that shot there's that statue. That's kind of where I replaced Phoenix in the Revel. So there's a lot of like fun inspirations there. But yeah, good stuff, guys. I'm enjoying Theros.
I'm glad, man. This is you've been putting in a lot of work. It's much appreciated, sir.
Yeah, no problem, man.
And Nikki, the reason why we didn't take the tower painting, I think you left last time earlier. That was Curse of Strahd. We did not want to.
Did anybody recognize that was the Curse of Strahd painting?
Yeah.
That was Curse of Strahd on the top?
Yes, that's Fate.
Yeah.
It's Fate painting
Shut up.
the moment where he fires the shot at Strahd on the rooftop. So it's no, you don't know if that would actually work if you would have put it in front of the lens, but it was
Well, we wasn't trying to
because
figure
remember
that out.
Exekias was saying he was having dreams from
Oh my god.
other
Well,
worlds.
wouldn't it bring it back to where it had?
It would probably
happened?
bring it back to where it would happen, because the dreams that he had the paintings that he made with his dreams were different from the ones he made with the camera obscura, because they were actually painted, whereas the other ones were like projected. So to kind of make this make sense, your family was having a revel at one point, or your tribe, and then they were projected onto a painting, which somehow ended up, remember, if you go back,
We got that in the Dragon's Ward.
yes, remember when I forget his name, the appraiser told you that this painting was supposedly honored and given to Perforos and hung on the walls of that temple.
Uh-huh.
So it hung on the walls of the forge that you all, and that's where Penthos got it, because he tore all that stuff and took it to his lair.
Yeah.
But it's not just a painting. And then Bardstock happened, and then they got transferred over too. So it's all take place in the same place. And then there's the other paintings that were just other beings. What I do wonder though now is all those other paintings of those other beasts and the monsters, are those released with the crumbling?
Now that it was destroyed. Well, Eggs didn't
Including
tell
us.
us that we could just destroy the paintings
Yeah.
and that they would be free. So
I love the image of Apple just biting his arm off.
I know.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
dream about that
So
tonight.
terrible.
Just all slow motion as
Yeah,
like, the
just
blood-
to know him just like staggering
Rays of
back
blood.
and getting like Tron into like this painting.
It's like
forever.
those dark gothic era paintings where like the
Yeah.
blood overspews. Like, ah.
Like I see, it's like a morgboard painting with these strange glyphs, like this beautiful halo around his head, this blood splashing around that look like very fine decorative drips. You know, they're not like real blood; they're kind of
Right.
overly exaggerated, like on this canvas. Oh my gosh,
It's all
yeah.
wavy.
Yeah,
I'm like, here
Yeah.
goes Renee. Here goes Renee.
yeah. For a second, I was like, could he go in? But I meant that's why I said he staggers back. So it's like just enough for you to be out of the lens. Oh man.
has
I mean, I thought
anyone
that would've
ever
been-
played that Legend of Zelda game where it's on the 3DS and you play like as Link who can become a painting? Has anyone played that game?
I've never played it, but I know what you're talking about.
I think
It
it's called
sounds
A
familiar.
Link Between
You-
Worlds or something
Yeah,
like that.
the
That's
DS had
right.
the two screens, and you would do kind of like these kind of dual. I've never
It's
played
one
it.
of my
I haven't played
favorites,
it.
and I think about that every time we talk about these paintings.
These paint. Yeah, this has been kind of fun. Yeah, to play with. So
Yeah, I just thought that would have been a lot better because he put the mace away, and originally I was just gonna have his hands like this and then just shoot them off so that they would cauterize. Because then they would cauterize.
They
it,
would
he'd still
cauterize. He'd be okay.
be
Gotcha.
okay. But then he ran, and I'm like, all right, well,
We got to
Just have to
improvise
kill him.
here. Like
why do I
Troxy's
have
like,
that sharp? Oh, that's right, my teeth.
Yeah, I was
That's
expecting
even
for that
worse.
Toby, bro. Knife or axe. I was like, oh no. No, everybody might
Oh.
that might not hit everybody as hard as it hit some of us. But that scene was too much for me as a child.
Great, Troy. Great send off for Zen, man. The
Oh, man.
miniatures
This is
and
amazing.
the whole
sure,
thing
bro.
was just so good. Could
Dude,
not
holding back the
help.
tears, like that was just.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm
I
gonna
was
cry.
like, this is good. Part of me
I
was like,
had
do I just
that in
end
my
this?
head for so long. I was like, all right, we got Fitz who constantly merchandises everything. I'm like, I wasn't a part of the dragon fight, so how can Zen like establish the bullies in his mindset? And the only thing he used to do was carve little toys for kids that would be sold at fairs and Melanus, and he just went back to doing that. Just it was more detailed.
Got it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You were Centaur Santa.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think you all will do next if, Fitz, let's say all things go well, Fitz connects with the people.
we're taking a long rest.
Tell Moon, of course, long rest.
Taking
let's
a
say,
nap.
let's say you're able to take multiple long rests. Let's say you're able to take a week or two, or maybe
Yeah,
even a
I don't
month
care
off.
if the world's dying.
What
we're
does the
sleeping.
party? No, of course. I'm saying this is a moment for downtime with this party. So it's like this is a good opportunity to think about what they do next. I don't know if they're going to take that quest from Jerome. I don't know if they want to find the unicorn or if
until Barstock's over, Telman's trying to end up on the Hall of Fame. That's just
there you go.
You ain't getting a long rest then, my man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can get a couple short rests then.
You gonna get exhaustion points.
If those unicorns are still down there, Apple has that rifle thing. He's gonna shoot a damn
Oh
unicorn.
God.
We ain't gotta
so
kill the
we will-
unicorn. There was
If
nothing
it's-
about killing a unicorn in any.
There was
of
nothing
the-
about
They kept
killing a unicorn.
They kept teleporting those.
Yeah, see, Renee's on that. I get to eat a unicorn? Like,
Oh, you want to kill the other unicorn?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
you can
oh,
kill
you want to
that.
kill that unicorn that you couldn't catch?
Yeah.
Of course you do. You could also use that unicorn maybe if you, but somebody owns it. Fitz, you now do it will attune, but you do have the bow of Nylea. It is a +3 bow.
Wow.
God.
That's
Never
nice.
runs
Somebody
out.
has to stop. Somebody has to stop Taroxys from trying to fight all the Minotaurs. We'll have
Yeah.
to put him to work.
We
Just we're gonna have to get down the hill. So basically, like I'm gonna have to ride him like a surfboard.
And Fitz, you get you and Tel Moon for this episode get 10 piety from Nylea. Everyone else gets 5 piety from Krufix.
okay.
If you're willing to accept it.
Yeah, I'll accept it.
I've accepted piety from like the 3 gods that I'm okay with. The rest are on the you're either on my your chill list or you catch these hands list.
Yeah.
And the ones that have given me piety are on the good list. The ones that haven't are usually on the catch these hands list. Except for Karanos and Thassa, they're just in the middle. They live in the middle.
Yeah, they
And
live.
how much was it again?
5?
Five.
What does Nylea gave you for 10 Hunter's Mark?
No. I think we already have
Hunter's Mark and
Mark.
something else.
10. Speak with animals.
I don't speak with no animals.
I might help if you're looking for a
Might be
unicorn.
important.
I mean, it's not an animal really, but
That's
it's not
fake.
an animal.
That's-
It's not an animal.
I speak Sylvan. I start speaking horse to this unicorn. He's about to kill me.
But if we get plus 25, then a beast can't attack us without succeeding a wisdom saving throw.
So you get sanctuary
Nah,
against
tell me.
beasts.
Tell me, don't want that. Come
I
at
don't
him.
want to get attacked by beasts.
All right, so
If
we
a
will be
beast wants
picking.
to smoke,
We'll pick back up in the Bardstock, telling the Bardstock
Oh.
next game, and then
Yeah, I
with
don't
the
know,
long rest, and we'll see where we're going.
because
From
Troy was the only
Yeah.
one that really wanted to get away from here, or Zen was the only one that was really like skeptical about getting away, trying to get back to. Oh, did we take that, or do you want us to leave that with your body?
What?
The charm from what's her name?
Oh, the Medusa?
Yeah,
Do
we
what
can
you
bury that
want.
with your body if you want it.
We probably don't know what it is, right?
Yeah, we don't.
She talked directly to you.
Yeah.
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 We should
We probably
probably
would've thought it was
have
like a
a
family heirloom.
funeral for Zen,
Yeah.
which I can literally officiate a funeral. So
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, and we can bury his body. I mean, I'm sure we can
I
find the
bet
field.
there are some great patch makers in this area, so
I'll bet.
we should probably think about what kind of patches we want to add to our vests.
When you say we, you mean
Me.
yes. Okay, good. Fully support you.
But you know, I'm
All
open
the-
to ideas. If anyone's like, you better make me this, then I'll do
You know what's helpful.
it.
Unfortunately, you weren't there to see the blood splattered painting, or else we would have had that tattoo too, or that patch too.
No. But if you were to describe it, I'm sure I could come up with something.
There you go, Apple. You might have a shot.
Oh yeah, no. I'm gonna describe that one.
Oh, that
Like,
patch.
I can
lion
imagine
mouth,
like
hand.
flashlight under the chin, kind
The
of like
Xbox
spooky
achievement.
campfire story.
Oh man, yeah, we got to put all these patches in a place where we can like see them to
Yeah.
select them. So
Cool.
if you send me, I can also add them to the campaign if you want me to like put them in as images in the D&D Beyond. If you send them to me, Fitz, I'll make you
Sure.
in there. Yeah, that was crazy.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
I will
Does
see
anybody
ya.
have an idea where they want to go besides that? We'll make Tell Moon decide.
Weren't we on a like circular quest if we were looking at the map? Like we were gonna go to Skolavale and then up and around to something else.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Apple's people.
What I'll add, and I won't share it now, I'll say that we'll pick it up next time. Pythias, you do see in the crowd your messenger is tracked you down, and you see him like coming towards you, so he clearly has information as well.
Dude, your messenger is like
Oh.
the one from Skyrim.
Skyrim?
This dude goes
Did not
everywhere.
get rid of you.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna say he saw the redhead. I was like, look like I'm not the only one not gonna get no sleep. Look at Pythias. Get him, bro.
That's exactly what I thought. I'm like, he saw the redhead.
So there'll definitely be some more hooks next game for sure to this.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh man, what a
All right,
game!
y'all.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
All
thank
right,
you,
guys.
everyone.
Tomorrow.
That was fun. Thank
That
you.
was fun.
A lot of fun. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I think I'll see Mal on Friday for Blades.
Oh yes. We're doing Blades is Friday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then and then I think Henry's gonna do. What date is it? Oh no,
That's-
that's so then the next week would be
Yeah.
Morkborg. Okay. All
On
right.
St. Patrick's Day.
Sounds good.
Ooh.
Is it going to be St. Patrick's themed?
It's gonna be killer corned beef.
I'm just gonna show up.
It's Henry.
Yeah.
It's
It's Henry. It's gonna be
Yeah.
Shepherd's
nuts.
pie
It's gonna be
everywhere.
crazy.
Shepherd's pie for days. Yeah.
Filled
made
with
of actual
humans.
shepherd.
Yeah, I was about to say filled with actual people.
It's Henry.
I was waiting for you guys to take the. Speaking of Henry, since he's always breaking the fourth wall, like take the 7 portraits and put them in front of it. I was like, oh shit.
Man, I didn't want to be in this world. Like what? Just show up,
That
have a
was good.
manicore show up. Like what? Hell no.
I was like, oh man, there were so many interesting things that could have happened.
It
still
still has the camera equipment that we found on the island. Like that giant camera obscura is just the one, right?
Okay, so Fitz is ready for her own personal reign of terror, huh?
It's just
So
like,
I'm just
all
saying,
that
in
shit
case
that
we
we just
needed
took
to
someone's hand
trap
for.
someone
Uh-huh.
strategically, we could paint
It's
them
just-
away.
probably going to be very
Oopsie.
difficult to put back together now. It's like Apple has made sure to finish the job on the camera obscura. Never say never in Theros, but it'll probably be very difficult at this point. Yeah,
Look at that. Now our party has 2 god weapons, which is scary.
you guys have 2 god weapons. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually cannot use a longbow, so I'm hoping Fitz can.
Not a longbow.
It's
It's a short bow.
Yeah.
It's a short bow.
Sweet.
Tell me
Plus-
can't use that either.
So
I
plus
thought you were
3
gonna give
short
up a
bow.
proficiency to
You get.
learn short bow.
I'll send
I
it
was
to you.
planning on it, but
You score
Makes
crits
God
on
weapon, my
19s
man.
and 20s. You have Blessing of the Wild. If you worship Nylea, you gave your piety benefits. So the first benefits, you're at 10 plus, the bow has one randomly determined minor beneficiary property, which I'll give to you next game.
Yep.
And then arrows of the seasons, the 4 arrows each associated with a season that accompany this bow can be fired only from it. Each arrow disappears immediately after it's used, and it reappears in the quiver at next dusk. The save DC against spells cast with the arrows is 18. Each arrows has a unique property, and then they go through spring. I'm gonna send them all over to you: spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
Cool.
Yeah, I think this is better. I have enough I can do without without using my spells. So this would be better for you anyway. So don't worry about like sharing it.
Yeah,
Like,
I figured it would probably benefit Fitz better anyway. So yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So and I can sit into in a better format. It's probably one giant long chain of business, but
Just out of curiosity, the Perforos spear that they made for Zen, is it just a spear?
It's
a +1 spear.
It's +1 spear.
And apparently, if you attune to it, you get resistant to fire.
Yeah,
We can turn it into a trident if you want.
No, I'll throw it away if you turn it into a trident.
You really want to stay away from that, don't you?
Hmm.
Spears can also be used underwater, I think, so you're good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, my home group the other day they fought Clothis, and like I put up the background. It's just Clothis on the green screen. They're like, "Where's the mini that we fight?" I'm like, "The background, the horizon." Like the horizon.
You were fighting the
That's
sky.
crazy.
That was intense. That was tough. They had to
They
like fight
fought
strength.
Clothis?
They fought. They
Golly.
had to just hold, kind of like you guys had to do. They had to hold their own for a certain amount of rounds. And she sent like some lampettes at them, and then she was using her hair in bundles, so they could hit her. The only time the melee characters could hit her is when she summoned her whirlwind of hair. But the whirlwind would like grab people and like suffocate them and like throw them, and or she would grab all of them and pull all of them towards her with her strands of destiny and just like shock the shit out of them or do all this kind of craziness. She was fun, but they had a little help from Krufix, but they made it through. Yeah, there was a couple death saves. There was some people were going down left and right.
Oh, Krufix is still helping them even though they fucked up?
Yeah, Krufix had to still help them because he's the one that helped. They had to go get the shears of destiny to cut the hair of Phoenix. That's where Astro saw that vision.
Have to get going.
Later, Nick.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Catch you Wednesday, brother.
I can't wait.
Yes.
Yeah, this is getting really good. It's starting to get like, I feel like I'm getting in that Curse of Strahd mode where I'm like, okay, what happens next? Like with this game.
Oh yeah, it's like the visions of the epic end game are starting to come together.
They're starting to
and
come
it's like,
together.
How do we get there?
Yeah.
I'm so scared. I was like, Undead Army was enough, man. I'm still scared of the damn Murder King. Now we got Titans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're not fun. Face the ones I'm thinking of. No.
And there was a moment in the home group too, because like Eddie and his brother Sam, they both played Magic the Gathering, so they love Magic the Gathering. So they're in the underworld, and they literally see where all the Titans are buried. And when they put it together, they realize it makes the symbol of the Magic the Gathering. It's like each Titan, because I've actually worked out each Titan is one, because they never made they made 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
So I had to go online and tons of Reddits and find the ones that work the best, but now we have 5 Titans, and they're all pretty nasty. So
2 was enough.
I'll leave it at that. That there's one for each Magic
Color
the Gathering symbol for each color symbol. Yeah, I love Heliod's. I love I call him anti-Heliod, Sola.
Just leave.
The Titan
leave
of
the
the
blue
pride
decks
of
away.
life.
So that's the one Titan that we're gonna like try to release.
Yeah.
To just
Yeah,
fuck
no,
up
we helping
Heliod.
that
I can see it.
Sure.
Do that, just flip off the sun.
Yeah, Theros is getting good. It's we lost. Man, it's so crazy. 2 weekends. Last weekend we lost Zen, and then we also lost Rakira, who was a Leonin who had drank poison from Farika, and he was slowly dying for several episodes. And they were going into the underworld to get some sap that would cure him, but they had to go into Elysia, and they found the gate to cross over. What he didn't realize is, like, when they beat the villain to get the sap, long story short, he's drinking it, and one of the ghosts, who's pretty much down there where Zen is now, she's like, why is he doing that? And everybody's like, oh, because he's poisoned and he's dying. She's like, he's already dead. It's because when he crossed over to Elysia, his body was internally dying, so it sheds all the corruption, so the body had to be left on the other side. So he had like already been in Elysia for like 2 games and realized he was dead, and then he got to carry on and still play with them for another game. But then instead of like trying to go on, he like said his goodbyes and stayed in Elysia. So it was a touching moment, kind of like this game today. It was great. It's like we had two back-to-back, characters that just was like, nah, man, we're going on. We're good. So, yeah. See what happens next. So you're gonna keep rolling, Troy? What do you?
Probably
We're
not.
gonna see. Probably not. Probably send
Roland, I literally made as a nomadic person.
Yeah,
He
he's
does
just
not-
traveling around. So he's like, thanks,
walking.
guys. Good game.
Thanks for the stories and the memories. Gotta keep going.
I'll continue on. Yeah, should be cool.
So you want to choose somebody in the brothel? You can have
Yeah.
one of them. There should be enough.
Do you know who might replace him?
I have no idea. I was gonna send you. I was gonna have a correspondence with you
Okay.
before next game.
Yeah, let's
Talk about some
it.
things out.
Yeah,
Fitz
Fitz
could play
could
Walker, right?
also decide to. I mean, I don't know if what happens next session causes Fitz to want to stay in the Skull Bill. Does Fitz want to continue to journey as with the Bronze Bullies?
Made all that merch.
I know, right? Like, you got merch, you got to keep
Yeah.
it going.
I haven't made any type of backup characters. I don't know if that's maybe that's just a fault of how I play.
No. I don't.
I'm
I,
all
it's
in.
nothing, no, it's no fault
No.
at all.
No,
Characters are
that's
not
always-
forced to retire just
Yeah.
because they've like.
That's always the thing. Like,
Yeah.
you
Got
thought
an
Nick
answer.
might retire after the first arc because
He could have
it made sense
easily.
for Proxinus to stay.
Yeah.
Roland is not my backup. He is just the one shot that I was like, he's still in this world. I could play for a few times.
I like him. Keep playing them. Yeah.
I think there's still a lot for Nick because I think Fitz could still. There's a lot of questions still answered. It's like, how did she escape? Why did she escape?
Yeah,
You
what
know.
the fuck?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Where she
And then how did the
like,
painting get halfway across Theros? Like all of that.
how the heck old am I?
Yeah.
You also have your baby dragon that you have to hatch.
You have a baby dragon. You guys have all kind of craziness going on. So
I've
far, you've just been
telling him
talking to it.
bedtime stories.
I'm gonna be
every
honest
night.
with you. At this point, Fitz, you realize the bedtime stories are not working.
Yeah, no.
That's
Telling
not
him
gonna.
bedtime stories every night. She
Like, if
doesn't
you
know
haven't
that.
been heating up this egg, this thing is probably dead and rotting.
No, no, it was
Light
in a
some fire for
completely
this egg.
cold. It was in a chilled
It wasn't a chill chest.
chest.
Because he loved his child?
No,
Ew.
because he was awful. I freed him. I'm his liberator. Nothing ever wrong.
I'll say this at this point with all your traveling. I think Fitz knows that if she actually hopes that it might hatch, some new ideas need to be entertained. Telling it bedtime stories, if it's still alive, it might be hearing those, but it's not growing any closer to hatching.
No. I don't think she's trying to entice it to hatch. I think she's trying to appeal to its better nature that's deep in there.
Okay.
And trying to persuade, she's quite persuasive, trying to persuade it to be loyal to them and know them and build a bond with them. Not so much that she's trying to hatch it, but that she's trying to build rapport with it.
Can I have an insight check?
Shit. Let me get my dice. Hold on.
It's like I put them away. Game's over. Time to put
I
them
put my book on top of it.
away.
I love that you said build rapport. That's
Build-
just, as a teacher, I hear that expression every single day. Just great.
What were you looking for? What check?
Insight.
A 21.
Ooh. So she
Okay.
realizes that at this point, what she knows about that egg is that that could work. It's possible, but she's getting the feeling that it's not even in a state, it's in a state of slumber and it's not being cultivated. And so to have those conversations would better reach it if she was doing the things to cause it to stir so that it can actually
So I would
hear
have to
her
put it
words.
on the fire and be like, "Hey man, how you doing?"
Maybe
Okay.
little bouts of fire, maybe a little heating it by the fire at night in the forest, or
Yeah, yeah.
could help with that when
Anytime
you're
I
telling
take
it those
watch,
stories.
I'll throw it on the fire.
Sneaking it over, hovering
Yeah.
it over the flame. Maybe that'll work. Maybe.
Yeah, just like strangely putting my backpack too close to the flames.
Like I saw Fitz last night just holding her backpack over the fire. Like, what's she doing?
She would too. Like, hi, this is normal. Hello.
I was trying to check because I'm always looking for ways to use ceremony. So one of them is atonement, but it's you can change the alignment of one that has changed from its alignment and help it get
Ooh.
back to its original. But I'm like, a red dragon's probably going to be evil, just naturally.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Never know.
I can convince it, you guys.
Yeah.
I can convince it.
And most of the other ones say
is bold.
humanoid, but atonement specifically is a creature.
I like it.
It could be mean
Technically-
to everyone but us.
It's one of
You
those two. Apparently, there's been multiple images for this card. None of them
Oh,
seem nice.
Which one?
Those two images I just put in the.
Oh, let me see. Let me see. Let me look.
Discord.
Oh, in Discord.
Yep, those are the
That
two
might be
different
good. You don't
artworks.
know.
Yeah, who knows?
See, as long as
that's-
it's like, but I won't hurt them. That's all
I
that
know
matters.
those
Oh,
cards.
That's
you know
what
those
we're
cards.
looking for.
You know
Yeah.
exactly. That is literally Spawn of Thoraxy.
Oh man.
It's a
They're pretty good cards,
5/5.
too.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
There are
What?
not too many weak dragons in Magic the Gathering.
Oh shit.
Well, everyone, I gotta go. I gotta get up early. So
Yeah, same here.
peace and love, guys.
I guess.
Fun game.
Have a
Much
good
love,
night.
guys. Good night.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be interesting. I mean, a dragon. I can see a dragon helping in the end times, or whenever things hit the fan. I could also see it being a harbinger of doom. If she like brings
Yeah.
this thing back the wrong day.
A dragon was really helpful at the end of Struck. That's all I'd say.
Chromatic.
That was such a
But
1 in a
remember-
million thing.
I know.
Chris's tried.
I know.
Well, in fairness, there are no chromatic dragons in Theros. There are only two. It's just the
Because
I think
there's
it's just
no
blue.
good
There's
dragons
just
in
blue.
Theros.
Yeah, there's no good dragon. But I don't ever like the idea that there's no good. Could just be the way they're raised. So maybe Fitz could pull it off.
Oh.
I think
I'm
good
just
is
filling
it's
it
like
full of love and empathy.
it could be in its early years more like a tiger, like like Tiger King.
A tiger.
It could just it might
Like
go.
those
It
people
might
who
just
own
have
monkeys who
Yeah,
should
for-
not own monkeys.
and then one day they
And
rip your
that's what's
face
happening.
off for no reason. Like just,
Yeah.
like,
You're
they don't
"You
think
were
they're
always
being
my friend,
evil.
well, I know.
They're just like spit it out. Yeah, I don't know.
So it's
So
literally
telling us this
Game
is
of
gonna eat
Thrones.
us by accident.
Like the